Everybody, Roseburg football is on the air. It's a brand new year, a new era, and a new coach. Tune in Friday nights all season long as the Roseburg Indians take to the gridiron for some hard-hitting high school football action in year number 1 under head coach Matt Watson. Live video broadcast today sponsored by the Cow Creek Tribe. Audio also available on the Score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Now let's head to the field. Here's Joey Kieran and Knight Ureski.
Hello and good evening, everybody. Welcome to Finlay Field on the campus of Roseburg High School in beautiful Roseburg, Oregon. Tonight we get ready to bring you the Roseburg Indians, 2-1 overall this season, 1-1 in the Midwestern League, Special District number 4 at the 5A classification. Tonight they welcome in the reigning league champions 7 times in a row, the Thurston Colts, coming here to town. Colts come in at 4-0 on the year, 3-0 in conference play, and these two teams look to square off tonight. Roseburg looking to see if they can make a statement against the visiting league champs. Should be in store for a good one with Roseburg coming off of a big win last week against Crater, and Thurston coming in hot with a 4-0 record. We're looking forward to bringing you tonight's high school football action from Finlay Field. Welcome in, everybody. I'm Joey Kieran along with Knight Ureski here in the press box at Finlay Field. Knight, we expect this to be a fun one here tonight. Two teams that, if Roseburg can play the way they were playing a week ago, this looks like on paper two very talented and exciting teams.
Absolutely, and we saw it last week for Roseburg, just their ability to dominate the clock. They had a great time of possession, dominating the time of possession, 34-46 to 23-14 for Crater, and that's what Roseburg's going to have to do today. Thurston, they have a dynamic offense. They're going to try to spread the ball around the field. They have a little bit of like an air raid type of offense. What we've seen from Thurston, they're pass friendly. Well, for Roseburg, they can't really be pass friendly. We saw that in week number 2 versus Churchill. If they fell behind, they're going to struggle. This is a team that thrives if they're leading and if they can control the clock, and we saw it throughout the game against Crater last week, just their ability to drain the clock and dominate that third and fourth quarter because they limited the possessions that Crater had, and that's what you're going to have to see here today for Roseburg, is them just dominate the time of possession, get off the field, and get their defense back out there.
We're looking forward to it. The band is taking the field for our pregame festivities. Roseburg getting ready to run out through the sign down there, as is customary with high school football. It's just about time to get things going here tonight on the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Let them make the run to the dump. Give them a call at 673-7122. That's Roseburg Disposal. When we come back, we're going to have a quick word with head coach Matt Watson. It's our Evergreen Family Medicine pregame coaches interview. Expect the unexpected at Evergreen Family Medicine, serving Roseburg, Myrtle Creek, and Sutherland. Evergreen offers more than traditional primary care. You can always expect more from Evergreen. We'll have that conversation coming up next. Don't forget, tonight's game is streaming live with video online at 541radio.com and on our YouTube channel. Search 1490 The Score on YouTube. Find us there. Hit the subscribe button to make sure you don't miss our next broadcast here on The Score. We'll take the 2-minute timeout, and when we come back, we hear from head coach Matt Watson as the Roseburg Indians host the Thurston Colts tonight here on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you can be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
When the first Cascade branch opened in 1948, things were a lot different here. The fact they're still here says a lot about the way they do business.
Staying in business for 75 years requires the cooperation of generations. It's the desire to learn and grow with your community.
My account number is only 5 digits long. What that tells me is that this is a local credit union.
Cascade Community Credit Union would like to thank you for 75 years of growth and support here in Douglas County.
Off.
Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
Whether it's across town or across the state, moving is always a chore. So let BTB Moving help with your next move. BTB Moving is a labor-only company offering statewide services such as packing and unpacking, loading and unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. BTB Moving is an affordable veteran-owned company here to help with your next move. Call 541-315-0122 or find BTB Moving on Facebook. That's BTB Moving for all your moving needs.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Back at Finlay Field here at Roseburg High School. Kickoff is coming up next for the Roseburg Indians. Stay with us. This has been the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Let them make the run to the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. Back after our final 2-minute break here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google-certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
Do I have enough money put away to retire?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
In today's big box store, how-to YouTube video world, it is hard to do it yourself. If you're fixing your fence or putting in a new one, the only place to start is Quality Fence. We stock almost anything you need and take the time to show you how to really do it yourself. Visit the Quality Fence showroom in Roseburg and get great fencing ideas at QualityFenceCo.com.
Quality Fence is doing it right for you.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and a
Welcome in, everybody, as we get ready. First down and 10. The Thurston Colts will have the football to start out today's ball game, and the first play of the contest is an out route to the far sideline. The pass from senior quarterback Noah Blair is complete, connecting with Matt Newell for a first down out to the 36-yard line, a pickup of 11. It was a 20-yard kickoff return for the Thurston Colts, and it's senior Noah Blair at quarterback. He will hand off. Running through the middle is Ashton Weiler, and Weiler will take it. That is 2 plays, 2 first downs for the Thurston Colts as we welcome you in to tonight's broadcast. We weren't sure if Noah Blair was going to get the start tonight. He was not listed as the starter according to head coach Justin Stark, but he was suited up, and they are ready to have their senior All-Stater back at QB. He's going to toss it out to the right side. Getting a block is Newell. A stiff arm. Can't get away from Paxton Burke, who comes up to make the tackle. And this has been 3 quick plays that are all going for about 10 yards as they are into Roseburg territory to the 44 on the other half of the 50. And quickly moving downfield, Noah Blair, 743 yards, 9 touchdowns, and 1 interception so far this season. He will flush out of the pocket to his left, looking to find a man downfield, hucks it down that direction, out of the reach of his target, Matt Newell. Incomplete to stop things there on first down and 10. Been a quick pace here for the Colts, who come in at 4-0, 3-0 in league play. Jonathan Mills, Peyton Rofino, Jordan Barr, Brody Curtis, and William McCluskey, your front line for this Colts offense. The quarterback is Noah Blair. Ashton Weiler out of the backfield, along with Cruz Gray back there from time to time. David McDonald, Matt Newell, Riley Fox, Ryan Rozier. Your offensive weapons is downfield. A huck way down there. Has a man down there, but it's out of the reach. Intended downfield for Peyton Ferreira. The junior could not get underneath the lob down the middle of the field by Blair, and it'll be 3rd down and 10 after a couple of incompletions. That is a look at your offensive starters for this Thurston team, which is brought to you by Southern Septic Service. From residential to commercial, Southern Septic Service has your behind covered when it comes to septic tank pumping and inspections, portable toilet rentals, and grease trap cleaning. Pass out in the flats. It's out to Newell. He's got a blocker in front of him. Takes it out across the far sideline, short of the first down. It'll be 4th down and about 5 to go on the pass completion for Thurston as they get it to the 39. And it'll be decision time here for Coach Stark and the Colts as Roseburg's defense looks to get off the field. Southern Septic Service, women and veteran-owned, and proud supporter of our local sports teams. They are your sponsor of the starting lineups. Woo! Quick pace here already. A minute off the clock, 4th down and 5 for Thurston. 1 target spread to the right, 2 to the left, looking left, now going back to the right. Pressure comes, flushed out of the pocket. Blair will not get there. He's run out of bounds on the far side. Turnover on down. Roseburg football as Knight Ureski here in the booth with me. Knight, the Roseburg defense comes up with a huge stop on 4th down.
Absolutely, and what a start for this Roseburg defense. And we knew that coming into this game, what Roseburg needs to do is get some stops defensively. And right here, they have a perfect opportunity to try to drain the clock. We saw what Thurston could do at the start of that drive. They were moving the ball in chunks. It felt like they were getting 10 yards per touch. Finally, they get a break defensively, get off the field defensively, and now here, offensively, they have a chance to drain the clock and take the lead.
Corey Kimball, the junior quarterback for Roseburg, last week carried 19 times for 127 yards and 3 touchdowns. He'll be under center. They stack the box. It'll be a give over the left side. Running with the football, Carson Uragwin, the senior running back, last week also had 127 yards on 8 carries. He'll pick up 1 on first down. Let's take a look at your Southern Septic Service starting offense for Roseburg tonight. Mateo Reynaga, A.J. Baker, George Gibby, Jack Bana, and Carson Tyler along that front line. Corey Kimball, the quarterback. Carson Uragwin in the backfield. Targets out wide and usually tight to the line with their slots. Caden Austin, McLean Stedman, Dane St. Clair, Dre Burwell, and Caden Luther will all be out there tonight for the Indians. Burwell moves in motion, and the defense jumps for Thurston into the neutral zone. That'll move Roseburg. That'll take them into Thurston territory on that penalty. Last week, Dre Burwell had a nice coming out party. 13 carries for 74 yards, a touchdown, averaged 5.7 yards a carry. his biggest day as a football player for Roseburg. The junior showing up nicely there. The penalty by Thurston will take Roseburg to the Colts 49-yard line. They face second down and 4. Kimball will be under center, as he is all day long. Turns, pitches, left side. They get it to their explosive man. That's Caden Austin. He had a full head of steam, but will be tripped up just shy of the first down marker. Gets it out to the 46-yard line. Pickup of 3. And Roseburg will face third down and a yard. Last week, you were talking about it. This team ate up the clock in the second half. 2 drives that lasted over 6.5 minutes, including the final drive of the game that went for 8 minutes and 23 seconds and killed the clock and any chance at a comeback for Crater.
That's what Roseburg needs to do here today against a good Thurston team.
They will go with the short yardage play. It's Kimball right over the right guard. And, you know, I was looking at the numbers and the size for this Thurston Colts team, and they're not huge. And so Roseburg looking to establish that offensive line, and they do so there with the quarterback keeper for Kimball, who gets to the 41, picks up 5.
Yeah, no, they're not huge, but they're a very quick team, and they're a team that has a lot of grit. They really fight hard, it feels like, both offensively and defensively. Saw them utilize their speed offensively. Now Roseburg needs to capitalize on their size here offensively.
Burwell in motion will set up back on the left side of the line, the 2 slots, bookending the offensive line. No tight end out there right now. 2 target spread to the right side of the formation. That is Stedman and St. Clair. It is a give up the middle for Uraguin, right into the teeth of that defense for Thurston. And Uraguin will carry for about 5 yards to the 36.
He's not the biggest guy, but he gets yards, and we saw him take off for a big pickup last week against Crater, and that was really the quickest drive that Roseburg had in that entire game because he took it 50 yards plus. He couldn't even believe how long he ran. He just said he blacked out. He didn't really understand what was happening. He just looked up, and all of a sudden he was in the end zone.
Roseburg trying to march down the field. They got this ball with 10:52 to go in the first quarter. There's 8:06 to go right now as they are eating up time, trying to limit the options for the offense on the other sideline. Looking to pass out into the flats, caught by Dane St. Clair. He's got to find a way to work through some white jerseys. Looked like he had the opportunity there. The jump catch took a little bit of time, but he does make something out of it to make it third down and short for Roseburg.
And this is manageable for a team that loves to run the football. You have 2 downs to really get 2 yards from this situation, and it's good for Kimball to get a completion, try to get into rhythm a little bit early on. It feels like Thurston's trying to stack the box right now, and I think that there's going to be some options available outside on those screen attempts.
Pickup of 3 yards on that completion. Thurston will stack the box here, expecting Roseburg to go over the middle. They are right there at the line and almost jump on the hard count for Kimball, who will move away from center, get the call from the sideline, go back under center. Play clock not quite down yet. He goes back under center. 2 men in motion, and that's going to get Roseburg a penalty. Burwell has it. Goes over the right side. He's going to break free, but this play's going to come back. He had a first down, but Roseburg with 2 men in motion at the same time. Unfortunately, this play is going to get wiped out, and we did not see much for penalties last week for Roseburg. They will get their first here tonight.
Yeah, and you just got to be clean, especially going up against a Thurston team that hasn't lost a league game since 2017. This is a type of game where you need to play your cleanest football, and right there it looked like a little bit of miscommunication, both players running at the same time. I think that both of them were a little confused which one should be running, and you unfortunately can't have both.
So that'll make it now third down, the ball back at the 38-yard line. So third down and 7 after the penalty for Roseburg. They had the conversion. Now they'll have to try and do it from longer. But as you said, probably 2-down territory, 4-down territory here. 2 plays to try and pick up this 7 yards. It's Uraguin behind Kimball looking to pass. Goes out into the flats, but it's off the hands for Burwell. They had him on the short out route. I don't know how much he would have picked up on that one, but no positive yardage on third down makes fourth down even tougher here near midfield.
Yeah, it is, and especially for a team that is so run-focused. And it looks like in this situation, 4th and 7, kind of midfield, this might be a punt opportunity for Roseburg, but who knows?
They do bring out Jacob Michael, the senior punter. Did not punt last week for the Indians, averaging 35.6 yards per punt this season. Thurston will send Drayton Young, the senior, back to return. He did have a punt return for a TD last week. Snap good. High spiraled kick for Michael, trying to place it down and knocked down by Caden Luther, who is wearing number 80 tonight, by the way. A little jersey number change there for Luther. Knocked it down, and that'll trap Thurston back on their own 12. So both teams trying to figure each other out here early. Roseburg had a drive going, but a penalty stalls them out. They give it back to Thurston with 6:51 to go here in the first quarter. And the Colts will have their offense back out on the field starting at their own 12. Today's ball game brought to you by Bowers Industrial, a proud supporter of our local community and youth sports. Make sure to tune in for the Bowers Industrial postgame interview with head coach Matt Watson at the end of the game. 6:51 to go, first quarter here. Scoreless ball game so far. Thurston, second option here on the night. They'll hand it off and just easily around the left end and breaking free down the sideline, finally taken out of bounds. A huge run for the back, Ashton Weiler, the senior. Last week, 135 yards on the ground. Takes one big there out towards midfield.
Huge run from Weiler right there, and he just uses his speed to get to the outside, and that's where Thurston thrives, is utilizing their speed. They don't have the biggest guys, but they have the faster guys out there, it feels.
28-yard pickup on the ground for Weiler. Now looking to pass is Blair. Back after a one-game absence. They're covering Matt Newell. Blair's got a lot of space. He's going to take off and run. He can do that. He gets hit. Oh, I thought he lost a football at first, but it was in his other hand, tucked underneath him. Blair will move the ball into Roseburg territory on the season. 90 yards on 19 carries coming into tonight with 3 touchdowns. And he takes off running there, takes it to the 41, Roseburg's half of the field. And that is a 19-yard gain on first down on the scramble.
He's really getting a lot of space to the outside when he's scrambling. That's the first time he's really taken off and gotten some positive yardage, though.
Quick pass out to the far side to Newell. He's got 2 blockers in front of him, and stepping in between them, coming up to make the tackle for Roseburg is Byron Irving, but not before a gain of about 6 yards through the air for the Colts.
It's no surprise they want to get the ball in Newell's hands. He already has 5 catches, make that 4 rather, but 4 catches, 33 yards for Newell.
Second down and 4 for the Colts. Give it to Weiler again, but coming in quickly there to shut down that run. Met him in the backfield, got carried up forward for about a yard there. It was Tyler Reitman coming in to make the stop. A gain of 1 for Weiler, and it's quickly third down here for the Colts, and Roseburg a chance to try and see if they can shut things down.
Yeah, it's a big down defensively for Roseburg. Gotta think this is 2-down territory, though, for the Colts.
Third down and 3. The kicker for Thurston, Noah Zanato, first-team All-Leaguer over there warming, kind of getting his leg ready to go in case he's called upon. Third down, looking to pass, heading towards the end zone with a throw down the far sideline, knocked away. Great coverage for Roseburg. Pass breakup out there on the far side. Noah Nelson leads the team in pass breakups, and he gets another one there, but a penalty flag back at the line of scrimmage. Wait for the call here after the incompletion. Nice stop there for the Indians. Personal foul. Face mask on the defense.
That's a tough penalty, and we're already seeing right now penalties are costing this Roseburg team. They had the drive offensively. It felt like they were controlling the clock. Really got everything they wanted offensively. All of a sudden, a penalty stops them, and you have an opportunity here to get off the field, and with that, the drive continues for the Colts.
It'll put the football at the 19-yard line into the red zone for the first time tonight for Thurston. Roseburg's defense bowing up as the Colts move into Roseburg territory, but a penalty bailing them out on that one. 5:08 to go, still scoreless. Blair looks over the middle, has a man open, and it's out of his reach high. That ball downfield intended. Looked like Tim Dreiling, the intended target downfield on that one.
Just overshot him a little bit. Right now, no Blair, 50%. He has 4 completions. All of them have been to Newell.
Second down and 10. Blair in shotgun. Gives the handoff running left side, but he's bullied down. Taken down by the shoulder pad. Spun to the 18-yard line. Pickup of about 1 for Weiler.
A couple of good bounce back attempts at getting at Ashton Weiler. Last 2 carries, just 2 yards for him.
Roseburg trying to be bend, not break here on the defensive side. This first quarter winding down, 4.5 to go. 3rd down and 9 for the Colts. Blair, couple of step drop, pressure coming. He gets flushed out of the pocket, penalty flag out, heave it to the end zone. It's over everybody. Weiler looked like the intended target. Newell behind him, both kind of in the same area. Neither really went after the football, but it looked like possibly holding there as Blair tried to escape the pressure from Roseburg. It is against the offense. And they will move him back. I feel like that's probably the wise decision there. Even though it would have brought up 4th down and 9, this does move Thurston a little bit further back. Oh, wait, nope.
Wow.
I was wrong. I wondered if they would do it, but it looked as if they were going to not decline the penalty, but they do. So it's 4th down and 9, and here does come special teams.
We haven't seen a kicker attempt a field goal from this distance so far this season.
Zanato, the kicker, will try to do it. The hold will be Peyton Ferreira. This will be a 35-yard field goal attempt. He is 0 for 1 on field goals this season, but a first-team All-Leaguer last year. The kick away, and that looked like it had the leg, and it does split the uprights. Thurston will get on the board first. The Colts will have a 35-yard field goal off the foot of Noah Zanato to make it 3-0 with 4:21 to go in the first quarter. We'll come back after a 30-second timeout here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
How should I be investing my money?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
I'm confused by the huge market swings.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
So it's been penalties that have come into play for both offenses so far on this one. And Roseburg's defense able to hold up against this explosive Thurston offense. And it's a 3-0 ball game early with Roseburg getting the football back in their hands. That was a drive of 8 plays. It took 2.5 minutes off the clock for Thurston. They cover. Well, we'll get you the distance here in a second. Kickoff is away. It's going to go to the 8-yard line. Return for Burke up the middle. Bounces it to the outside. There's a whole lot of white jerseys there to meet him. And he will set Roseburg up. Not bad field position, but was looking for more. He'll get it out to the 22. That last drive started at the 12 for Thurston. And 35-yard or so, ended at about the 20, the 18 is where they got to. So, 70 yards on that drive there for Thurston to get to that 35-yard field goal, getting them on the board first. Here comes Roseburg's offense, was moving the ball fairly well the first time, but that penalty ended up being big, and then a drop pass on 3rd down. They were forced to end up kicking it, punting for the first time in a week. Well, 2 weeks, actually. Didn't punt at all last week. Kimball will go under center. He's got McLean Stedman to his left, Dane St. Clair out to the right. Move one of the slots in motion, hand it off, going over the left side of the line. A short gain of 2 yards for Carson Uraguin.
We've seen Uraguin carry the ball now 3 times, 8 yards. I think that just this drive, you got to use your physicality. You know that you're the bigger team. You know that you're the stronger team. We know that Thurston is the Quaker team, but how do you try to strategize against the speed? Well, you got to be physical up the middle just like that.
2nd down and 8 for Roseburg. In motion goes Austin. Pitch it to him. He gets it and makes a nice catch in the backfield, but he is quickly met. They don't bring him down, and that's the physical nature from this Roseburg team. We see the speed from Thurston to get there, but Austin doesn't go down easily. Fights for a little bit of extra space. Gets it out to the 27. He'll pick up 3 on the run play. And Roseburg facing 3rd down and medium here.
And you just got to convert right here. You can't just allow 3 points and then give the ball right back to this Thurston offense. You can't play from behind in this game if you're going to try to win. This is a big down right here offensively.
3rd down and 5 from the 27. Roseburg moves guys in motion. Now we'll reset their offense. Kimball checks the wristband. Behind him is Uragwin. They give it to him. He ran right into the back of one of his own guys. He had some space, it looked like, but he got hit as he ran into one of his own blockers, then couldn't get around him and find the empty space. It looked like it was there.
It did look like it was there. It looked like if you would have cut it to the left side, he would have had the 1st down. Instead, he tried to go right into his own player, and now the punting unit's going to come onto the field, even though Corey Kimball and the squad don't really want that right here in this situation. This is tough to try to punt the ball right back and put your defense right back out there.
Well, it is deep in their own territory, so it's kind of an easy decision to make here, you would think, with 2:13 to go. Roseburg looking to punt this one away. Jacob Michael looking to get the big boot behind it. He's got a good one, but this one's blocked right up the middle. It's a scoop and score, maybe fumbled into the end zone. And there it is. Special teams for Thurston will come through with the score. Whistle's blowing. I assume it's going to be a special teams touchdown. Thurston got through and just didn't get the ball off quick enough there for Michael. Gets the punt blocked. It went through the hands of Dryling. And then I think it was Caleb Jones that was the one that ended up recovering that. It will be a touchdown.
I think they issued a sideline warning on Roseburg as well.
So the punt blocked. And then recovered by Thurston in the end zone. So with 1:58 to go, that changes things here early on in this one. Zanato, the PAT. Burke keeps getting close around that edge. Can't get to that one. There goes the extra point. It's 10-0. Thurston in front of Roseburg. 1:58 to go here in the first quarter. Let's take a 30-second timeout. Come back here on 541radio.com and on the score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Whether it's across town or across the state, moving is always a chore. So let BTB Moving help with your next move. BTB Moving is a labor-only company offering statewide services such as packing and unpacking, loading and unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. BTB Moving is an affordable, veteran-owned company here to help with your next move. Call 541-315-0122 or find BTB Moving on Facebook. That's BTB Moving for all your moving.
Well, first big kind of turning point in this game. Special teams coming into play. A pump block, then recovered for a touchdown by Thurston. And they lead it now 10-0. So far, the Colts offense, which averages, 44.75 points per game for the Colts offense. So far, they haven't scored a touchdown. But they have done it elsewhere, and they take the lead. At the 5-yard line, the return for Burke. Heads back to the middle of the field, finds a bit of a seam, goes right up the hash marks, gets thrown forward. Coming in to make the tackle, Cam Nosak throws Burke forward, and he gives him a great return. They will spot the football out at the 33-yard line. That is a pickup of 28 on the return for Burke. And here comes the Roseburg offense once again.
I mean, this is a big drive offensively for Roseburg. You're trailing by 10. You know that you're a run-first team. You just can't fall behind even further. And so now it's your time to try to come onto the field and respond here against a good Thurston team.
10-0 our score. 1:50 to go in the first quarter. Kimball under center. They move Austin in motion. Gonna be a keeper. Late pitch. Austin bobbled it. Had to try and collect it. That's been 2 pitches so far from Kimball that have been just a half step behind on Austin, and he has had to reach back to get to him. This time, bobbled it a little bit. Thankfully, was able to hold on to it, but he gets no gain on first.
think they're going to give him at least 1 yard on that. Even just props to him, just getting a single yard on that play. But it doesn't feel like Kimball is as confident and as clean with his keeps and pitches so far today. It feels like he's very hesitant letting go of the ball or keeping the ball so far.
2nd down and 9. 2 targets to the right side of the field. Burwell moves in motion. Give it up the middle. This is Landon Simpson. Coach Watson said he felt that Simpson could have been yet another guy with more than 50 yards on the ground last week if there had been a couple of gives rather than keeps for the Indians on offense. But he rumbles off some good yardage there out to the 40, picks up 6, and he'll make it a manageable 3rd down attempt coming up for Roseburg as the clock under a minute to go in the first quarter, down to 40 seconds.
Simpson, he had some carries in those first couple of weeks. Really had a breakout party, though, in week 2 against Churchill.
3rd down and 3. Burwell in motion. Now Roseburg looks to the sideline. They will get ready. 20 seconds to go. They're going to have to run a play. They don't have a chance to run out the clock. Pitch it. Going left side. The block's not there for Austin. Austin trapped in the backfield. Coming up to make the stop. That was Justin Fisher, 4th. Thurston, and he takes Roseburg back to the 36-yard line, a loss of 4, and that does end the first quarter. At the end of 1, it is 10-0. Thurston in front thanks to a special teams special teams play, a touchdown, and now they will get ready for 4th down, looking to get the ball back to start the second quarter. Take a 1-minute timeout here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
I'm confused by the huge market swings.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Whether it's across town or across the state, moving is always a chore. So let BTB Moving help with your next move. BTB Moving is a labor-only company offering statewide services such as packing and unpacking, loading and unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. BTB Moving is an affordable veteran-owned company here to help with your next move. Call 541-315-0122 or find BTB Moving on Facebook. That's BTB Moving for all your moving needs.
I've always handled my own finances, but I need help.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Special teams back out on the field as we get ready for the punt. It'll be Jacob Michael to kick away. Last time, Thurston got the block. They will look to bring pressure again, and they almost get there again. They continue to let Dreiling through. That punt got by the return man. Made it sound like he made it look as if he didn't touch it. Drayton Young, they will agree, did not touch that return on the punt. It goes down inside the 15-yard line. Good punt there by Michael, but feels as if they need to figure out something there on that punt coverage because that is Tim Dreiling that continues to get through and really make that close on possible punt blocks.
Just feels like Thurston is the faster team. It just feels like they're flying everywhere on the field so far. And again, right now, it's Roseburg's defense getting back out there. You got to think that this group's getting a little bit tired right now. It feels like they've been on the field for a majority of this game.
11:49 to go, second quarter. First drive of the second period, 10-0. Thurston in front of Roseburg. The offense back out there. They'll give it to Weiler. Things are wide open on the left side of the offense, and he just easily scampers out to about the 19-yard line. The near side says the 19. Far side said the 20. It'll be second down. I think it's going to be the 19, so it's going to be second down and 6. Or sorry, make that second down and 5 after that 5-yard carry.
45 yards on 5 carries for Weiler so far. It's quite the effort, though. It looked like Roseburg defensively was trying to strip it, though, and that's what you need. You need to force a turnover here on this down.
Roseburg +2 on the turnover margin. They'll go right back to the well, and a nice job there of stepping around the offensive lineman coming to try and seal him off. Luke Robbins gets in to knock down Weiler for a short gain out to the 22. Pickup of 3, and it's third down. Now here's an opportunity looking to try and find a way to either force an incompletion or drop the Colts for a loss. Weiler will be to the right of Blair in shotgun, looking to his left, now rolls out to his right, has space, penalty flag is out, ball is intercepted by Burwell. He takes it away, and Roseburg will have it just as you said. Get the turnover, and Roseburg's offense back on the field. We've got 2 penalty flags out, though. It looked like there's only the 1 penalty flag, I believe. Holding on the offense, it is declined. Roseburg's defense gets the takeaway, and the Indians will have the football after Dre Burwell comes up with the pick, his first of the season.
That's massive right there. And you knew that you were going to get the holding call. It looked like a clear holding. Blair was rolling out, and at the last minute, Burwell made up some ground, bobbled it up in the air, and was able to track it down. And now the Indians have great field position with a chance to get on the board.
They have it at the Thurston 22-yard line, 1st and 10. Here come the Indians trying to get back into this one, trailing 10-0. They needed a big moment. They'll move some men in motion. Pass over the left side, got a man open. The throw, incomplete. McLean Stedman was there and open, but the throw a little behind him, a little off target for Kimball. Not bad. He got his hands on it, but couldn't haul it in.
It could have been a better throw, but it was a pretty good throw out there to Stedman. Leaped up. It looked like he almost brought it in. I think the ground got a little bit too much of it, knocking it away, but a really good effort, though, from Stedman trying to corral that one and then also lunge towards the pylon.
He's their leading receiver with 5 catches for 41 yards and a touchdown. Would have liked to have seen him try to just get the football rather than trying to spin to the end zone, but he did make a good effort. Keeper here for Kimball. Things open up. Here he goes, the 5. Touchdown, Roseburg! And the Indians are on the board here in the first half.
Heck of a keeper right there for Corey Kimball. Able to go up the middle himself. He put 2 hands on the ball to protect it, looked up and saw a lane right up the middle, kept it all the way for the 22-yard scamper.
Right up the middle, 4-6 for Kimball. That is his 5th rushing touchdown of the year, and he puts Roseburg on the board 10-6. Here comes the PAT for Jacob Michael. Last week, 4 for 5 on PAT attempts, 7-9 on the season, and he'll look to make it a 3-point game with this PAT. What a run, Kimball. We haven't seen him do it tonight as Michael. He's not taking anything off on the PAT. That one booted all the way to Melrose. And we got ourselves a 10-7 ball game. Second quarter here. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back after a 30-second timeout on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Well, that was needed for Roseburg there. Things had started to feel like they were leaning one way in this ball game, but the Indians need just 2 plays. They go 22 yards after the Dre Burwell interception. They get a 22-yard touchdown run from quarterback Corey Kimball. The PAT by Jacob Michael is good, and it is 10-7. Roseburg back within a score against Thurston. Michael will kick it away. The right-footed kicker will send it from left to right on your radio dial. Into the air. That one down to the 2-yard line. The return man for Thurston angles to the right side. Tries to stretch it out to the side. The numbers. A spin move. Stayed on his feet, but Tristan Collins won't get too much further past the 20-yard line. Takes it to the 21 for Thurston. The Colts turned it over last time. Roseburg's defense has been playing tough. Do they still have some more in them now that they've got some points on the board?
And you got to think getting just a turnover and then getting a touchdown just 2 plays later is a spark of energy for this team. And now you look to keep the momentum in your favor. You find yourself just trailing by 3. You get the ball back after halftime. And we saw what they could do last week when they had the ball in their hands. Now you get an opportunity here defensively, try to get off the field. And who knows, maybe you drain the clock for the remainder of the quarter and then get the ball back for the second half. This is a couple of big-time drives for this Roseburg team.
Weiler to the left of Blair. He'll pitch it forward, trying on the end-around sweep. Some blockers out there, but nowhere to go. Caden Luther stretching that one all the way to the sideline, comes from his in position, and he's able to take down the ball carrier. That is Peyton Ferreira. Just tried to find a seam, and there was nowhere to go. It's no gain on first down.
Yeah, just the pitch across to Ferreira and got nothing. That's the first time they've actually completed a pass to somebody other than Matt Newell.
It does go down as a pass. Good catch there. I wrote it down as a run. Forward pitch will be a pass. 9:42 and counting here. Noah Blair, after missing last week, out there as the starter tonight, looking to pass right side. One-on-one coverage down the right side. A lot of hand checking going on. Matt Newell makes the catch over the top of McLean Stedman, and that'll move the chains and take the Colts into Roseburg territory. Good coverage for Stedman, but the ball was short. Newell came back to it, and Stedman just ended up out of position.
Yeah, it looked like he may have pushed off a little bit, too. I was a little bit surprised there was no flag either way, though. Newell's having himself a game all the way up to now 64 yards on 5 catches.
That was a 31-yarder there. They try to stretch it again, and running into his own guy, Weiler runs into Newell and can't get around the corner as Roseburg doing a good job of stretching the play all the way to the sideline.
Just a physical play, and Weiler stood up.
Gets right back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll bring up second down and 10. The Colts will set up on the left hash mark just across the 50. Got the tight end to the right side. Stay in an extra blocker. Rolling to his right is Blair. Goes middle route. That ball, one-handed attempt by Newell. Can't bring it in. And it's incomplete, and it's quickly now third down for Thurston near midfield.
It feels like Blair's just been a little bit off, and maybe that's just some of that rust coming off of just missing a week due to an injury, but it just doesn't feel like he's in his total self right now. He's missing a lot of wide receivers.
First team All-Leaguer last year in the Midwestern League, second team All-Stater. Coach Justin Stark saying he feels like he could be one of the best quarterbacks at 5A, if not one of the best quarterbacks in the state. And he's sticking with that comment as the Colts are into their 5th week of the season. Blair looking to pass to his right, pump fake. Clock, it closes, and Roseburg will bring him down right through the middle. The bull rush comes through. It's big Jack Banna in the middle, coming up with the stop.
What a play defensively after the big shot up to Newell. You bounce back and you get 3 straight stops. And right here, a big sack to capitalize it defensively. And it feels like the momentum swinging back towards Roseburg.
Just a bull rush out of Jack Banna to get to the quarterback. And he brings down Blair. They move it all the way back to the 46 on Thurston's half of the field. A loss of 8 on the play. 4th down and 18. They got to get a man off the field. And here comes the punt unit for the Colts. Roseburg's defense coming up with another big stop. The punt, the snap is high. It goes over Zanato's head. He's got to jump on it back in Roseburg territory. Actually make that Thurston territory. And once again, the Indians will have a short field to work with. Wow! This game's given us everything tonight. We were expecting a good one, and we're getting every bit of it.
No kidding. I mean, shoot, the special teams. You know, we talked a lot about these teams offensively and defensively. Well, it really feels like special teams has been the story so far. We saw a 35-yard field goal, a punt blocked, and now an oversnap on the punt attempt from Thurston. And now Roseburg has a real opportunity to take the lead.
They will have it at the Thurston 18-yard line. Last time they got it at the 22. That was a loss of 26. Make that 28 on the high snap on the punt attempt. So now Roseburg short field into the red zone already. Kimball under center. Tight end, actually they slot to the left of the line. 2 targets left side, looking to pass, pressure coming. Kimball trying to escape, and he will not. The blitz comes from Caleb Jones off the edge. The junior last week had 6 tackles, 2 TFLs, and he comes up with a sack on that one.
And that just is a tough way to start this drive for Roseburg. You get the great field position. All of a sudden now you're backed up 6 yards on the first play of this drive.
Clock counting, 7:15 to go here in the first half. Roseburg does get the ball to start the second half of this ball game, looking to see if they can either have a tie ball game or a lead going into the locker room. Kimball under center. He's got Tyler Reitman, who we haven't seen since week 1 in the backfield. Reitman, a blocker, toss it to Austin, but he is met right at the line of scrimmage and nowhere to go.
Man, this is just a dominant effort from Thurston. After the overshot on the snap attempt, it feels like this defense has come in and playing inspired right here on this drive.
Thurston is allowing just 9 points a game this season. They're +8 on the turnover margin. So they have been good defensively, but we didn't get much of a chance to talk about it. Their last 3 games have been against the 3 teams that are at the bottom of the league standings right now, and they are a combined 0 for 11 on the season between South Eugene, Springfield, and Eagle Point. Those are the last 3 opponents for Thurston. This might be one of their biggest tests, and Coach Stark said this week and the next 2 are going to be the biggest stretch of their season. It's 3rd down and long, 16 yards to go for the Indians. Man in motion, fake the handoff to Reitman. Pressure coming from the weak side, got it away. Catch made by Austin, but he gets hit as he tried to make a move back to the inside of the field. Great job by the Thurston defense to continue pursuing, and they track down Austin at the 17-yard line. He makes up what they had been losing, but it's now fourth down and 9 for Roseburg.
And it looks like maybe the offense is going to stay out here. And I mean, why not? I mean, you really just got gifted this field position. Now you need to capitalize, and you really can't punt from this distance. You can't really kick a field goal from this distance. It feels like the logical decision to keep the offense out there. And, yeah, Matt Watson's going to want to try to talk this one over a little bit before this play here on 4th and 9.
Jacob Michael, we've been seeing a big boot out of him, but last year was just 2 for 6 on field goals. His longest was 26 yards. At this spot, you're looking at about 34 yards if you did try a field goal from this spot. Breaking the action, first time out of the first half for Roseburg. Tonight's game has been sponsored by Tim's Appliance and Mattress. Fall into savings at the Harvard branch or visit the outlet store downtown for more great deals. Tim's Appliance and Mattress. Also want to say thank you to our sponsor, Abby's Legendary Pizza, a legendary pizza tradition, and B&S Automotive. B&S Automotive Services believes in the no BS approach. Say goodbye to the runaround and hello to honest, reliable service with B&S Automotive Services. Tonight's game is streaming live with video online at 541radio.com and on our YouTube channel. Search 1490 The Score on YouTube. Find us there. Hit the subscribe button. And that way you won't miss our next broadcast here on The Score. The live video stream is presented by the Cow Creek Tribe. 5:27 to go until the halftime break. We'll have your Quality Fence halftime show coming up, so stay tuned for that. Roseburg leaves the offense out there. 4th down and 9, looking to keep this drive going after they got some help. The blitz comes. Kimball's going to take it himself up the middle. Rushes, gets inside the 10, tackled forward. It's going to be close. The far side spot looks like it could be there. Coming right down the line. That looks like they are either going to have to measure or they are going to signal first. That is right on the line to gain. The white hat is going to take a look. And they're going to measure. Oh, man, what? The blitz comes right through the A-gap on Corey Kimball. He senses it and does the smart thing. When a defender vacates a spot with the blitz, it's nice if you can attack that spot on the field, and Kimball does it, runs it down to the 8-yard line, and here come the sticks to measure this one.
Man, this is going to be close. This is such a big ruling, too.
They're going to set up the marker at the 15-yard line and then stretch it from there. Everybody's watching. It looks like it is. First down. Roseburg's going to keep the ball on the scramble by Kimball. Wow! Down to the 8-yard line for Corey Kimball. That is a gain of 9. Exactly what he needed. And Roseburg will get a great spot, and they will get it first down and goal from the Thurston 8 as the clock winds with 5:21 to go in the first half.
Man, that's just an incredible play from Corey Kimball.
Kimball will set up under center. Again, Tyler Reitman, the senior at running back, he was there for a few snaps in week 1. We haven't seen him in the backfield since. Been focused on the defensive side. Kimball under center. Turns, gives it to Reitman, going over the middle. He's on top of the pile, still pushing, and he dives inside the 5. They never whistled him down, and Reitman muscles his way to the 4-yard line, picking up 4 on first.
Just able to just keep churning further and further, and I think that's why you put Reitman in over Uraguin. Uraguin's a little bit smaller, a little bit quicker up the middle, but with this Thurston team, it feels like they've just been physically just giving it their all. They have that extra grit to them, and I think that putting in a bigger back like Reitman is certainly the right move in this situation for Roseburg.
Austin, the slot to the right. Burwell, the slot to the left. Move Austin in motion. It is a give. No, ball is loose. And Thurston's going to come away with it. Jumping on the football is Justin Fisher. That looked like a fumble to me, but the officiating crew is going to have a conversation here. Was Kimball down somehow before he gave that one up?
The only other thing that I can think of is maybe they're going to say that he tried to pitch it forward and then it was knocked backwards on the pitch attempt.
Or was there a penalty flag I didn't see? They're spotting the football at the 4, which is where Roseburg had it. And Thurston's got their hands on their head. They can't believe it. Waiting on the call here. I don't know if they're calling an incomplete pass or what, but they're saying somehow Roseburg retains possession. And now the Whitecap will head over to talk to head coach Justin Stark for the Thurston football team to give him the explanation that we would love to be hearing here as well. And Stark, I don't think they were going to give him any explanation that he was going to be in agreement with.
Well, they haven't even changed the down right now. I'm wondering if that down even counted.
It did look like he put up 2 fingers like it was second down.
And he does. It's 2 fingers up.
It's second down again, so the last play doesn't count. Would like to get an explanation on that one. Pitch it right side. Austin trying to take it around the 5. Excuse me, not Austin. That is Stedman who takes it down to the 2-yard line. And Roseburg will be 2 yards outside the end zone on a 2-yard pickup. The pitch to the sweep to the right side of the formation for the Indians. They'll have third down and goal from the 2.
Wow. I mean, that's just a massive call from the referees. And now Roseburg, 2 downs to try to get 2 yards.
They're going to put 2 big bodies right in the middle of that defense for the Colts. Short distance to go. They're stacking it up, trying to push Kimball in across the goal line. It looks like he's in from here. Waiting for the signal. Touchdown! Roseburg's in, and the Indians will take a lead here in the first half. A wild sequence of events on that drive, but it's Corey Kimball's second rushing touchdown of the night that will give Roseburg the lead before halftime.
Everything went Roseburg's way that drive. It just felt like everything wasn't going their way, but all of a sudden they get bailed out a couple of times, and shoot, they get the 4th down conversion, and then Kimball, his second rushing TD to go in and make it now a 4-point game after the extra point.
The PAT is good from Jacob Michael, and Roseburg is leading this one 14-10 before halftime. First lead of the night for Roseburg. There is 3:28 to go here in the first half. Let's take a 30-second timeout. We'll come back with the conclusion of the first half of our ball game on 541radio.com and on the Score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
In today's big box store, how-to YouTube video world, it is hard to do it yourself. If you're fixing your fence or putting in a new one, the only place to start is Quality Fence. We stock almost anything you need and take the time to show you how to really do it yourself. Visit the Quality Fence showroom in Roseburg and get great fencing ideas at qualityfenceco.com.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
.328 to go before halftime here. What a ball game we're getting treated to here tonight. Michael will be kicking away. That last drive started at the 18. Roseburg uses 7 plays to get into the end zone, covering 18 yards, although they did lose 6 on a sack in there. So they ended up going all the way back to the 24 and eventually marching down and into the end zone. An interesting play in there that looked like a turnover by Roseburg. We're not really sure exactly what the call was, but Roseburg able to retain possession, and they punch it in on the QB keeper. Kickoff goes down to the 4-yard line. The return up the near side numbers, tripped up just at the 25 for the return man, Tristan Collins. So Thurston has it. They will start at their own. Let's see where they're going to spot this here. I think out at the 28-yard line is where they will give the Colts the football. Last time out, Thurston had got held to punt it deep in their own territory. The snap goes over the punter's head, had to just jump on it, gave Roseburg a short field. A lot of momentum on Roseburg's side. Can the defense keep the pressure up here?
I mean, the defense has been playing excellent today. Just got to keep it up.
Roseburg has the 4-man front. Parker and Luther on the ends. Shotgun snap running right up the middle. Things are pretty wide open, and it's Brayson Parker, the senior, that jumps on the back of Ashton Weiler. Weiler takes it out to the 33-yard line. He'll pick up 5 on that play. Now, I'm actually more than that, sorry.
8. Yeah, and Weiler, I mean, he's having himself a game. For an offense that really prides itself on throwing the ball, Weiler, 56 yards on 8 carries.
So they start out the drive at the 25. I was mistaken there. Blitz coming. Reitman flushes the quarterback out, but Weiler leaks out and is open. He uses a stiff arm, gets away, and once again it's Parker. Jumps on the back of him. Brayson takes him down, but into Roseburg territory for the Colts. Out to the Roseburg 48. So that'll be a pickup of 9 yards. That is not right either, Joey. Math is killing me tonight.
19.
There we go. I needed another score. Needed another 10 in there. Pass completion to Weiler. It is quickly back to action. Rolling to his right is Blair. Pressure coming. Throws it deep downfield. Did he hang on to it? Matt Newell does. What a rifle from Noah Blair.
That was an incredible toss right there from Blair.
On the run, rifles it all the way down to the 5-yard line. That was all pretty much air yardage, too.
That was incredible.
43 yards. So timeout taken. That'll be Roseburg's second timeout here in the first half. They'll have one left. 2:29 to go. They want to give their defense a chance to catch their breath after that big last play. Let's use our final timeout here in the first half. Come back after a 30-second break on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in our backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Well, the Thurston offense marching down the field, 2:29 to go here in the first half. They've used less than a minute, and they're at the 5-yard line, first and goal. Low snap, pick it up. Weiler gets it right up the middle, trying to go right into the teeth of that Roseburg defense, and not a lot of room. He'll get it down to the 2-yard line, probably about the 2.5-yard line. They'll put the nose of the football at the 2 for the Colts on the carry by Weiler.
Just having himself a game, and so far this Roseburg defense hasn't allowed a touchdown. Looking for a big goal line stand here.
Gibby and Banta in the middle. Defensive line, Robbins and Reitman, the linebackers. Fake the handoff, throw out to the left side. Matt Newell into the end zone. Touchdown, Thurston. Boy, they made that look easy.
It looked like that was the play all along. It looked like they had the bodies over there. I kind of anticipated it coming, and surely Roseburg did not. And it went in for a touchdown for Newell, who's just having a dominant game so far. 109 yards now on 7 catches for Newell in this first half.
Those two have been connecting quite a bit. He already had almost over 450 yards of receiving yardage this season for the Colts coming into this one. Zanato, the PAT, almost got there for Burke, but the kick is up and good. And just like that, back in the lead goes Thurston. 17-14 is our score on the 2-yard pass play from Noah Blair to Matt Newell. And the kick good by Zanato. Whew. Well, there is 1:56 to go here in the first half. Roseburg's not necessarily a explosive down-the-field offense. We've seen them break a few here and there. But 1:56 to go, they're going to have to be kind of efficient and maybe break a couple of big plays on this next drive if they want to try and see if they can regain the lead prior to the halftime break.
I mean, this team is built for a 4-minute offense. We're going to have to see that 2-minute offense right here.
1:56 to go. We've had an explosive first half here. 17-14, Thurston in front of Roseburg. Tonight's game has been brought to you by Palm Wealth Management, a member of D.A. Davidson & Company, member SIPC. And by Gibbs RV Superstore, you got to get to Gibbs. Both quarterbacks having a good night so far tonight. Noah Blair back from his 1-week absence. Here comes the kick away. We'll go down to the 6-yard line. Return. Trying to angle to the near side for Stedman. He finds a seam. He's out past the 30. Hangs on to the football as he'll get out close to the 35. Boy, he was maybe a couple of steps away from possibly breaking that one free.
He had some green grass in front of him. He just got dragged down from behind, but it felt like the Red Sea was parting just a little bit for Stedman right there. Just couldn't get fully around the special teams for Thurston.
Ball goes out to the 34-yard line for the Indians. 1:48 to try and cover. They'll have 66 yards to try and make up here. Trailing by 3. Give it, nope, keeper for Kimball. And he will get swallowed up on the left side of the offensive line for the Indians. Tried to go on the keeper around the end. Last week, that worked perfectly for him. He was able to do that a ton here tonight. There hasn't been a lot of room around the edge. The ball gets out to the 36. A pickup of 2 is what they'll give him credit for.
Yeah, it feels like Thurston watched film. We were talking about it earlier about how, they did that quite a bit last week. I think Thurston's going to be ready for that this week. They sure look ready.
Roseburg kind of a jumbo package with a lot of guys close to the line. It's going to be another keeper for Kimball, this time over the other side of the line. Goes right side, and he'll pick up good yardage, close to the first down. They stop the clock with 65 seconds to go. They signal first down on the carry. The ball out to the 44, a pickup of 8 on the ground for Kimball. And now the clock winds, 60 seconds to go. Roseburg moving the football, but not moving it very quickly.
You got to push the ball down the field. You're getting the ball back at the end of this half. I mean, now you can have a little bit of urgency after picking up that first down.
Luther, the tight end, on the right side of the line. They're going to fake the pitch, looking to pass. They've got a man wide open. It's Austin. He had to wait for it. Has it. Does he have the speed? He's at the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. He's taken down at the 4-yard line, and Caden Austin will set up Roseburg at 1st and goal with 35 seconds to play.
What a play design. Fake the pitch, throw it deep. And man, what a pickup.
Just needed to get a little more, the ball there a little faster for Kimball, but glad he got it there on target. That is a 52-yard completion from Kimball to Austin. Clock isn't started yet, and Roseburg under center. Looking to move the football. Give it right side, spun down to the 2. Roseburg has 1 timeout left. Somebody used one. The carry there for Uruguayan only goes for a yard. And Roseburg takes their final timeout, I do believe, here in the first half. And they will have none left, so they will have to be efficient here as they've got second and goal from the 2-yard line, a pickup of 2 on that carry by Uraguin. As we get ready for return to play, tonight's game sponsored by McClendon Smokehouse and by Bricks Grill and Chill. Order online for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Visit bricksgrillroseburg.com. Coming up, the Quality Fence halftime report. Stay tuned. We're 31 seconds away from halftime.
Man, what a game.
What a game. And it's great to see Roseburg gets down 10-0 early, give up a special teams touchdown. Those can be kind of, you give up a regular touchdown, you expect that to happen. Special teams touchdowns, they can be a bit of a heartbreaker. But Roseburg able to dig deep and get themselves back into this one, and they have not laid down. We were kind of talking about that during the break. Does this team have it to dig deep to fight back? And they're showing something we haven't seen a lot out of Roseburg. A fight and a will to get back into some ball games after trailing by a couple of scores. Kimball under center out of the timeout. They go with the quarterback keeper, pushed by Reitman, and the signal is, wait for it, it's got to be there. There it is. Touchdown, Roseburg. These officials are making me wait for it, but we get there. Touchdown by the Tribe on another quarterback keeper for Corey Kimball, his third of the night, this time from 2 yards out. And Kimball will put Roseburg back on top. Here comes the extra point from Michael. Kick is away and good. Roseburg will add another point, and they're on top by 4 once again, 21-17. And there is just 26 seconds left to go. And
oh my goodness, what a game we have here.
Yeah.
Talk about that 2-minute offense, though. I mean, they did a great job.
What did we say? They need to push the ball downfield. We were thinking they are just eating up, but they were setting it up. It looks like setting it up for Thurston. And they got him biting on the run, and that's what they've been kind of looking for. They know that Kimball can throw the ball downfield. They've been looking for teams to sell out to the run and see if they can find a way to get the ball downfield, and they do so there. Roseburg in the lead at the tail end of this first half, 26 seconds to go, and that's the longest scoring drive of the night for Roseburg. Every other time they've set up in Thurston territory. This time they go 66 yards. Took them 5 plays to get there. The big play, Caden Austin on the reception, takes it down to the 4, and 2 plays later, Roseburg punches it in. Michael kicks it away once again. It'll go to the 7 for the return man, Collins. Outside to the numbers. He's got some space, has some blockers, and he'll get run out at about the 35-yard line. 19 seconds. We've seen a big cannon out of Noah Blair. Does Thurston try to make something happen here to finish out the first half?
You got to think they're going to be aggressive with the 19 seconds. You have some timeouts. You have a really good kicker that's already connected from 35 yards out, and you have a quarterback with a cannon of an arm like you mentioned. So right here, if I'm Thurston, I'm trying to push the ball down the field. If I'm Roseburg, I'm playing prevent.
And they will drop back some guys. You've got Irvin back there in coverage. Burke back there. Noah Nelson, McLean Stedman, your defensive backs, and they've got Caden Austin out there as well. 5 defensive backs with the nickel package. Looking to pass here, Blair steps up, and he's going to just take off and run himself. He'll go out near the 48-yard line, still on Thurston territory. But that is a scramble for 12 yards. Boy, man, he's quick as a quarterback, and he's got a long stride at 6'2".
He is quick, and he just finds ways to just move out of the pocket. He moves exceptionally well for a high school quarterback, and it feels like he's always looking to throw before he runs. He's a really good quarterback.
Stops the clock with 12.8 to go as he runs out of bounds. He'll have Weiler in the backfield with him. Newell, keep an eye on him. He is spread to the left side, covered by Nelson, who will come up to press a little bit, looking at Newell the whole time. Double coverage. They have him blanketed, and the throw out of the reach downfield. Stops the clock with 6.9 to go. I mean, They could have just walked up to the line and said, Newell's going deep, and we're going to throw it to him. I mean, there was no question where that ball was going on that play.
Just a little bit overshot him. You had the 2-men coverage right there. But now 6.9, you've kind of used your clock. Now you're kind of looking for the end zone right here if you're Thurston.
Newell now spread out wide to the right side. Dropping back. Blair's going to lob it out that direction to Newell, and he dropped it. With 1.9 to go, it'll be 3rd down and 10. And it will be Hail Mary time, maybe? But Newell, he might have been thinking, it might have been hook and ladder type of thing. He might have been thinking about the next move.
It kind of looked like that. Just the way that hook route kind of came about, it looked like they were maybe going to try to pitch it. And that may be the move right here in this situation. You know that you have the faster team. If you could hook and ladder a little bit, who knows what you can cause offensively.
1.9 to go here in the first half. Looking to throw, Blair. Flushed out of the pocket. Penalty flag is out in the area holding. Blair takes off, and he will run out on the far side. He will get some stats to pad his. Some hollering going on down on the Roseburg sideline. I don't know if it was just because they're taking a lead to halftime or if something else happened there. I missed it, but it looked like they might be hollering about something. There is the penalty flag that is in the area of holding. And Roseburg's going to head to the locker room. So it'll be...
Matt Watson's fired up. I don't know if you just saw that, but he was jumping up and down, ecstatic about that first half.
So the ball was at the 48-yard line, so let's just guesstimate that Thurston was going to lose yardage back to the 38-yard line on that penalty that ends the first half and finishes this thing here. Roseburg goes to the halftime break with a 21-17 lead over Thurston, and Roseburg will get the ball to start the second half. Don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it right here. We'll catch you up on what happened in the first half of our ball game. We'll take a look at scores from other games going on that we have gotten reported to us. If you know of any scores going on in Douglas County or in the Midwestern League tonight, please pass along those scores. We'd love to report them for you here on the radio. It's the Quality Fence halftime show coming up when we return after this 2-minute timeout on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
Whether it's across town or across the state, moving is always a chore. So let BTB Moving help with your next move. BTB Moving is a labor-only company offering statewide services such as packing and unpacking, loading and unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. BTB Moving is an affordable veteran-owned company here to help with your next move. Call 541-315-0122 or find BTB Moving on Facebook. That's BTB Moving for all your moving needs.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Bring us back. Back here at Finlay Field on this Friday night, high school football here on the Score, brought to you by Quality Fence, our halftime sponsors. Quality Fence helping you bring you the halftime report. What a first half we were treated to here tonight. Back and forth. A little bit slow going as the two teams figured each other out, but so far it's been the little things that have been kind of making a difference in this one. The Roseburg Indians unable to keep a drive going with a turnover, a penalty, forced them to have to punt. They ended up having a punt block for a touchdown. Their defense played well, holding Thurston to a field goal on their second drive after getting them to turn it over on downs. Then Roseburg with a takeaway in the second quarter on an interception by Dre Burwell. Then a fumbled snap over the head of the punter for Thurston, set up Roseburg on a short field. And then the Indians with a big play, Thurston with a big play the other direction to get into scoring position. What a first half it was. Our score here at the break, 21-17. A 35-yard field goal by Noah Zanato started things off for Thurston to make it 3-0. Then they blocked the punt on Roseburg's next drive. They were able to jump on it in the end zone. I believe getting that was Caleb Jones in the end zone that was able to put the points on the board for Thurston. Made it 10-0 at the end of the first quarter. Roseburg, though, after an interception, 2 plays later, a 22-yard touchdown run by Corey Kimball, kicked good by Jacob Michael, made it 10-7. Roseburg on the board, back within 3. Next drive for Thurston goes nowhere. On the punt attempt, the snap goes over the punter's head. Roseburg recovers gets the football, and the turnover on downs at the 18-yard line. Only 18 yards to go. They take 7 plays to get there. A 2-yard run by Kimball gives Roseburg a 14-10 lead. Thurston, though, quickly marches the other direction, scores on a 2-yard pass from Noah Blair to Matt Newell. That is once again another time those two have connected this season. Made it 17-14 in favor of Thurston, but Roseburg with 1:56 to go in the first half marched down the field. A big play out of Caden Austin got him set up inside the 5-yard line. 2 plays later, it's Corey Kimball once again from 2 yards out on the quarterback keeper to give Roseburg the 21-17 halftime lead. Indians get the ball to start the second half. Before we get to individual statistics and team numbers here from the first half of this one, let's go ahead and take some time to listen to the Roseburg High School Marching Band here tonight on 541radio.com and on the score. This is Roseburg Marching Band. That is the Roseburg High School Marching Band performing here at halftime, where Roseburg leads this one 21-17 over the Thurston Colts. We'll come back after a 2-minute timeout for more of the Quality Fence halftime report on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
Do I have enough money put away to retire?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
In today's big box store, how-to YouTube video world, it is hard to do it yourself. If you're fixing your fence or putting in a new one, the only place to start is Quality Fence. We stock almost anything you need and take the time to show you how to really do it yourself. Visit the Quality Fence showroom in Roseburg and get great fencing ideas at QualityFenceCo.com.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and other.
Back here with more of our Quality Fence halftime report. Make sure you stay with us here during the halftime show. We've got your BTB Moving out-of-town scoreboard update, providing labor services for your moving needs. Veteran-owned, affordable, dependable, efficient, and careful. Senior and veteran discounts are available. Book now at 541-315-0122 and find them on Facebook. That's BTB Moving. They'll help you with your next move. Well, the second quarter really brought us a lot of offense for both teams after a defensive first quarter night. But looking at numbers from this one, let's start with the visiting team. How are things looking out there for the Thurston Colts?
Yeah, Noah Blair, he's 9 of 18, 128 yards, a touchdown, and an interception in the air. So that 50% completion percentage, he does have that interception. Looked pretty strong, though, on that second-to-last drive for the Colts. Was able to connect on a couple of big shots. He does have completions of 31 yards and 43 yards, plus he has that touchdown at the end on that 2-yard screen pass to Newell. Speaking of Newell, Matt Newell, incredible first half for him. Of the 128 passing yards that Noah Blair threw, well, 109 of them went to Matt Newell, 19 went to Ashton Wheeler, who we saw on that last kind of little bit of a dump-off towards the end of the first half. But Weiler, he had the 19 yards receiving. Newell, though, 7 catches, 109 yards for the Colts. Weiler, though, running the ball has been very efficient, I should say. 9 carries, 59 yards for Weiler. Noah Blair's also carried the ball 4 times for 20 yards. On the other side, for Roseburg, Corey Kimball, 3 of 5 in the air, 62 yards, 52 came on 1 completion, and we saw it at the end of that first half. Carson Uraguin, he has 12 yards on 5 carries. Kimball, though, 8 carries, 44 yards, 3 touchdowns on the ground. Caden Austin, they fed him the ball 5 times on the ground. He has a total of 3 yards. He hasn't really gotten a lot. Thurston's done a good job firming up the defense, getting to Austin pretty quickly. Tyler Reitman, we've seen him get the ball once. He got 4 yards on his solo carry. And then just overall, Stedman, 2 yards on 1 carry, and then Simpson also 6 yards on 1 carry. Receiving, though, Caden Austin, he had the 52-yard reception, 59 yards on 2 catches. And then Dane St. Clair had 1 catch for 3 yards. Those are your stats offensively for both teams.
With a couple of touchdown runs here tonight, 3 of them total for Corey Kimball. He is now up to 7 rushing touchdowns this season for the Roseburg Indians. What'd you say his yardage was on the ground tonight?
Corey Kimball, 44 yards so far today on
put him
8 carries.
287 yards on the ground this season. He is Roseburg's leading rusher, and he's had a a good season going right now for the junior quarterback. Great to see there from him, and hopefully we'll see more of that here coming up. We've got a few scores coming into us. If you know of any scores for teams around Douglas County, we've got a lot of games going on here tonight. We'd love to hear some scores from other games happening. That would be great if you can pass those along. You can tweet at us, 1490 The Score on Twitter, or search KSKR The Score. You can find us there. Hit us up on the 541 Radio app. Or if you got my number, you can tweet. You can text me too. I'm good with that. So we are here at halftime. Your BTB Moving halftime report coming, or your halftime scoreboard update. We'll get a look at that here coming up, and we'll get some thoughts for the second half when we come back. It's going to do it for the Quality Fence halftime report. Along with Knight Ureski, I'm Joey Kieran. Helping out tonight, Angela Kieran back in the studio. Grady Hamilton. It's a good one here tonight. Been having a fun first half. We'll see how things play out for the second half coming up when we come back after this 1-minute timeout here on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in our backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
Boy, we have been lucking out here this season. We've had beautiful nights for high school football here this year, and at Finlay Field tonight, another beautiful night as we had the cheerleaders and junior cheerleaders out there performing here at halftime as well. It's a youth night tonight. You were telling me that you saw something about that night.
Yeah, there was somebody
that too many times
there was somebody that shared our post on Facebook for the Roseburg Roundup. By the way, go check out the Roseburg Roundup presented by Bowers Industrial. We posted it on our social media on Fridays before game day. Just gives you a little bit of a preview for the game to come. But there was somebody that came and shared. I'm trying to find it right now. Angel Thomas. She said, RHS game day, our Roseburg youth football boys will also be making an appearance. Come out and support the local high school. So I did see that come in and kind of figured that was going to be part of the festivities tonight. And we've seen it not only just the football boys, the youth football players, but also the youth cheerleaders in the community as well.
And it seems like a good showing here tonight for tonight's ball game. Great to see that. Taking a look at your BTB Moving out-of-town scoreboard update here. Some of the scores that we have that we can pass along to you right now. At halftime, down in Klamath Union, 21-14, Klamath Union leading at number 10 ranked Sutherland. The Sutherland Bulldogs went into that one undefeated and looking to stay that way, but they're down by 7 at halftime in that matchup. Dan Bain has the call of that one on I-101 FM. Also scored a report from Oakland High School. Number 1 Oakland leading 40-0 at halftime. They'll have a running clock in the second half against Toledo. Did get word that there was a break in the action in that one for a injury for an Oakland player. Hopefully nothing overly serious, but it did sound like they had to take him out on a stretcher. I think it was a leg injury, so hopefully quick healing there for that young man at Oakland. But the Okers are rolling in that one up 40-0. Those are the scores that we have to pass along right now from high school football. Also in league tonight, Churchill and Crater squaring off up in Eugene at Churchill. And last score we had to report on that one, 22-0. Churchill in front of Crater in that one. The Lancers, they are looking good.
Yeah, the other game that I have in league play, South Eugene, the Axe, they're down 27-0 at the half against Crescent Valley. That game up in Corvallis. But those are the scores that we do have in the district.
Looking to see if we can get a South Umpqua score hosting North Valley. We'll see if we have anything on that one for you. Also tonight, Glide hosting Bonanza. And Yoncalla hosting Prospect Charter. Did just see a report on social media that a football player down in that one there in Yoncalla. So you hate to see reports of injuries, but hopefully everybody doing okay. It is a high school football night for us here, but college football going on as well. Checking a look at your college football scoreboard. Night.
Yeah, there's a lot happening at the moment. In fact, there was just a throw to the end zone, and it looks like, this is going to be a close. So with time expiring, Miami leading 38-34. There's a mad scramble in the end zone. Somebody on Miami just came away with the football. They're celebrating on the field. Virginia Tech thinks that they have it for a touchdown. That game is going to be a close one. We'll keep you updated on that one, but right now it's looking like Miami, number 7 in the country, they're going to survive. Washington, the Huskies going all the way across the country to Rutgers. They're currently trailing 21-18 with 1:40 to play in the fourth quarter.
I assume he's watching because his little brother's out there, but condolences to former intern Carter Stedman on his Washington Huskies. He might know that I'm kind of being a bit sarcastic there. We had some good feuds through the years. His Huskies owned us last year for the Oregon Ducks. Third quarter here. Kickoff away, Roseburg with the football. Here is McLean Stedman. Got it at about the 12-yard line, but he did not have a lot of room to run, and he is taken down quickly. And it'll be back in their own territory where Roseburg will start with the football to begin this third quarter. Our score, 21-17. Roseburg in front of Thurston, trying to knock off the number 5 ranked Thurston Colts here tonight. They've got the lead. They've got the football. Can they add and stretch this one out? Roseburg will have the football starting at their own 19-yard line. And they're just going to run right up the middle, and why not? If you can pick up 5-6 yards at a time, just going on the quarterback keeper, it's just amazing. They just bunch it up. It's like rugby out there. Just scrum it and move it forward.
I think that's the right decision. We've seen them trying to get the ball to the outside to the perimeter, and Caden Austin's normally been that wide receiver that's been kind of that wing back to get the ball on the outside and take it for distance. Well, today he only has 3 yards on 5 carries. Kimball's been much more efficient up the middle, and wow, they just ruled it that Virginia Tech had the touchdown as time expired to beat Miami.
Wow. Pitch here. They try to go on a bit of a tunnel pitch. Came from the outside, motioned back towards the middle of the formation, got it on a pitch and run up the middle. That's Dre Burwell. Short gain out to the, let's put it at the 27-yard line. A pickup of 2 for Burwell. Makes it 3rd down and 2 for the Tribe. Trying to keep something going here, and do they just go right back to that quarterback keeper again? We've seen Reitman back there helping push Kimball forward. Right now it's Uragwin a yard behind Kimball. Move man in motion, turn, give it. No, it's Kimball. He bounces off the first man. Got driven backwards. His forward progress, though, looks to be right at the line to gain at the 29-yard line. And the officials are going to whistle to stop the clock. They backed the ball up just a little bit. It's just barely across the 29-yard line.
And they will move the chains.
So they do not. I was wondering if they were going to come out to measure. They do not. They move the chains. And once again, it's Corey Kimball, just short yardage. He's a big, we don't have heights and weights for Roseburg, but Kimball's not overly big. He's maybe 6 foot, maybe 6'1", but he's a thick, husky guy, and he's got some muscle to him, and he has been showing that he can eke out some yardage here and run hard through the middle. He'll set up under center. Roseburg with their offensive line tied into the right side. Man in motion. Couple of fakes. They go on a reverse. Things open up for Burwell. Gets to the outside, and he'll get dragged down. Coming up to make the stop from the secondary. That is Justin Fisher tracking down Burwell as he gets out to the 36-yard line.
It's a big pickup from Burwell, and he was quiet. He didn't have a single carry in that first half, and, man, he had a big performance last week. It felt like it was the Burwell show, the breakout game for him, and we didn't see much of him in the first half, and now starting the second half with a couple of carries.
He picks up 7 on that one, makes it 2nd and 3, and Roseburg happy to just continue to use up clock, although it stopped with the play going out of bounds. They try to run it up the middle, and just like he's in cement, nowhere to go for Uragwin, stuck at the line of scrimmage. He bounced off the first tackle, but there were bodies on the ground as he tried to bounce off to his left. There was just nowhere to go with his feet because there were so many bodies in front of him.
And this is a big now 3rd and 3 for Thurston trying to get off the field. I mean, this is a drive where Roseburg could really take control of this game.
They've already used up 2.5 minutes on the game clock, down to 9:24 and counting. Roseburg leads 21-17, third quarter action. Kimball under center, facing third down and medium here. Pitch, get around the outside, taken down short of the line to gain by maybe a yard or a half. Out to the 38-yard line. It feels like maybe decision time, but I got to think Roseburg maybe just tries to play it safe here, but they've been able to get short yardage.
That's the thing, and it's just so close because you want to control the clock and you want to control the game, and yes, the ball's on your side of the field, but you've been so successful up the middle with the tush push, and it looks like they're going to go for it.
They're going to put a lot of bodies in the middle, but here comes the push. Kimball, where did he bounce off? There's penalty flags out, a couple of them right in the middle of that scrum. On the near side, the line judge putting the ball at the 40, which would be good for the first down, pending the penalty marker. And 2 officials throwing penalty flags.
And Thurston's pointing towards Roseburg's side.
They're going to inch the football. They call the penalty against Caden Austin. I didn't catch what the signal was. Yeah, I'm not sure what that...
The only thing that I can think of is maybe they said a sideline warning because they issued that earlier and they kind of motioned the same way.
That doesn't quite feel right, but I don't know what else it would be. The penalty took it back to the 33-yard line, so a loss of 5 on that Roseburg penalty, and now they will look to punt, but the officials will stop it as a timeout taken by Thurston prior to the snap for the punt. We'll adjust for those that are watching online on our video stream presented by the Cow Creek Tribe. We'll adjust our timeouts there for Roseburg, but Thurston will use their first here in the second half.
So they just reviewed it, and the pass was incomplete after ruling it a touchdown on the field on the Hail Mary, and Miami's going to hang on to win. Just to give you guys an update on that college football game.
Mario Cristobal with a lucky one there.
Yeah.
Timeout taken here, 8:33 to go in the third quarter. Roseburg with the football after a penalty, looking to punt. Tonight's game has been brought to you by Centennial Orthopedics. Sports injuries and more, it's your move. Visit centennialorthopodiatry.com. And we want to thank our starting lineup sponsor, Southern Septic Service. From residential to commercial, Southern Septic Service has your behind covered when it comes to septic tank pumping and inspections, portable toilet rentals, and grease trap cleaning. Southern Septic Service, woman and veteran owned, and proud to support our local youth sports. So Roseburg will be punting. Jacob Michael gets a nice snap, gets a punt away. High end-over-end kick, looking to take a Roseburg bounce. It will, and it'll roll down to about the 20 and stopped at the 21-yard line. So Roseburg did a nice job eating up some clock, moved the ball a little bit, but stalled out near midfield, and they have to kick it away to Thurston. The Colts will have it at their own 21-yard line with 8:22 to play in the third quarter. It's Roseburg 21, Thurston 17. Well, we saw a lot out of Noah Blair in that first half. He can air it out for sure. And we'll see if Roseburg, I'm sure they've been paying a lot of attention defensively to Matt Newell. Newell with a bunch of catches already, coming off of 103 yards and a score last week. He's already had a big night here tonight. They will pass out to him in the flats again. He has the catch, stretch it to the outside, but a good job by the Roseburg defense to get there and not give him any room. He hasn't gone down yet, but they blow the play dead. That looked like it had the potential to be good yardage, if not great, and a nice job by the Roseburg defender out that way. It might have been Noah Nelson on that side who fought off his blocker and forced Newell all the way to the sideline. He only picks up 2.
It feels like Roseburg's just been giving them that screen, but finally an opportunity defensively where they stand out and get the stop on the screen attempt.
I think that actually might have been Stedman as a run up the middle by Weiler. Almost broke free, but hanging on to bring him down. That's Luke Robbins on the tackle out at the 28-yard line. A pickup of 5 by Weiler. It'll make it 3rd down and 3 for the Colts. Weiler, 5'10", 195 pounds, hard runner, but he's found some pretty good running lanes. They give it to him again on the delayed handoff, and he will have the first down and a little extra. He had a full head of steam going right up the middle. And I believe the linebacker, Dre Burwell, there to meet him, but Burwell was standing still trying to take on the ball carrier, and boy, that was a tough one there.
It's a really hard run from Weiler up the middle. He's been excellent today, 73 yards on 11 carries.
Picks up 9 on that one. Looking to pass. Blair goes back to the far side. That's a tunnel screen. Looping back towards the line of scrimmage. The catch made by David McDonald, his first of the night.
Yeah, and that was a good play design from Thurston. Fake to the near side where they've been going that kind of screen route on the near side. Fake the pass and then go back to the far side. Good job by Roseburg's defense to read it out.
Here comes 2nd down and 5. Right up the middle goes Weiler. Right now we saw Thurston first drive of the game. They were just eating up yardage. First down carry after first down carry. Now they take that one on what was 2nd down out to the 47-yard line.
Oh, wow, they're going to move the chains.
Yeah, and they moved the chains on that one. First down and 10 from the 47. Pass near side, bounces into the hands of David McDonald. Incomplete to stop the clock with 6:17 to go in the third. And that's just been the one thing for Thurston is they move the ball and then they'll have a play where it doesn't work out there and it kind of find themselves behind the sticks a little bit.
Yeah, it feels like every now and then you're going to get it, but it feels like the offense has been moving the ball, and then kind of around midfield it feels like it stalls out a little bit.
Here comes the 2nd down and 10. Handed off. Weiler goes over the right side. Brought down by Parker as he crosses the 50 outside the right hash marks. Take it to the Roseburg 48-yard line. A pickup of 5 makes it 3rd down and 5, and a chance for Roseburg here. Out near midfield, a stop. They could force the punt. Blair in shotgun. He's got it back to his left, rolling that direction, looking to scramble back towards the line of scrimmage. Going to break it out to the far side. Reitman tracking him down will force him out, but it's not before he gets across the line to gain out at the 42. A pickup of 6. Blair went from the left side all the way back to the right side.
It was like a snake.
He picks up 6 yards on what was probably about a 15, 20-yard scramble.
He's like, I'm going to go to the left. Let's go to the right. Just trying to find the space, and, I mean, he's a good scrambler.
He's got good vision, and he's quick. Sets up 1st down and 10 for Thurston, trailing by 4, handed off, running, and back to the middle. Run into his own guy, taken down. The ball carrier, Cruz Gray, first time we've really seen him much in the backfield. His first carry of the night, and Gray weaves his way inside the 40 down to the 37-yard line as he picks up 5.
It's been a heavy dose of Weiler, and Weiler's been excellent so far with the 83 yards on 13 carries. Finally, Gray in there to give Weiler a break.
3 targets left side for Blair. The lone man on the right side is McDonald. Fake looking left, go back to the tunnel screen. They tried to go back to McDonald on that bubble screen to the middle of the formation, and it's out of his reach, off his fingertips. Incomplete 3rd down, and Roseburg lucky there. That could have been an opportunity to break one and get into the red zone.
Yeah, just a little bit of a rush that caused the hurry up of a throw for Blair right there. Now again, 3rd down, a chance for this defense to get off the field.
Blair in shotgun. Now he's got Weiler to his right who leaks out. Pump fake, looking downfield. Going to scramble out to the right side. Penalty flag is out, and wide open. It's the running back Weiler who catches and stumbles to the turf, but the penalty flag out in the backfield in the area of holding as Blair leaks out to the right side, and the offensive line can't get in front of the defenders.
Yeah, it looked like holding from a mile away, and I was waiting for the flag to get thrown out, and it did.
Penalty flags at the 39-yard line, but they're going to count it off from the line of scrimmage, it looks like. So they will get a 10-yard penalty on Thurston. They will back them up to the 47-yard line. Still on the Roseburg half of the field. 5:02 to go here in the third quarter. It's 21-17, Roseburg in front here on this Friday night. Trying to hand Thurston their first league loss, their first loss overall this season. Roseburg in the lead at the moment. Thurston trying to respond on their first drive after the break. 4-man front for the Tribe, passing down. 3rd down, they set up the screen. It's caught by Weiler. Wide open space, makes a cut at the 35, tumbles forward. It'll depend on the spot here. And on the near side, they're going to say at the 34-yard line, which is short of the line to gain. Picked up 13 on the pass play, and it'll be 4th down and 1.5 yards to go for Thurston. And this is definitely go-for-it territory, you'd think, for the Colts.
Absolutely, especially with the way that Weiler's been carrying the ball.
They're quick to the line of scrimmage. Blair gets it, hands it off to Weiler. He will break free on the right side. He's got the first down and a little extra as he takes it to the 29. He'll pick up 5. Needed just 1.5 yards to move the chains, and will do it here. So that they set up that screen perfect to set up the 4th and
They
yard.
knew that the blitz was coming, and that's what Roseburg's been doing is they've been bringing the pressure, and finally Thurston came with a running back screen, and it was a perfect play to the defense's chest move.
1st and 10 from the 29 for Thurston. Handed off to Gray, but nowhere to go. The defensive front pushes a lineman into the backfield, and Gray can't get around him. I believe that was Peyton Rofino who got pushed back, disrupting the run lane there for Gray, and he gets dropped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on 1st down. Clock continues to tick. Long drive here for Thurston. They are closing in on 5 minutes on this drive. Pass it out into the flats to Newell. Gets a head of speed. A full head of steam on that one for Newell. Tripped up, falling forward to the 21-yard line. Picks up 8. And the Colts will try to move quickly here. Back to the line on 3rd down and 2.
He has been everywhere today. 119 yards receiving for Matt Newell.
This is the 15th play of this drive for Thurston. Gray in the backfield to the right of Blair. Give it to Gray, right up the middle, has the first down, trying to break free, spinning, gets inside the 10, and is finally spun to the sideline, inside the 10-yard line, down to the 6 is where they will give him credit to a 15-yard run for junior Cruz Gray. Last week, 5 carries for 15 yards and a score. Came in with just 42 yards on the season.
I feel like this drive has just been Thurston doing what Roseburg does. Long drive, converting on 3rd down, and just moving the ball down the field.
They'll set up 1st and goal, give it to Weiler, goes up the middle at the 2, dives forward. Reitman in on the tackle. In there with him is Burwell. And the carry goes down to the 2, a pickup of 4 for Wheeler. And a whistle will stop play here. Roseburg with a man down on the field. We're going to go ahead and take a quick 30-second timeout. It's 21-17, Roseburg in front of Thurston. A 30-second timeout here on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Move a muscle? Make a move to Centennial Orthopedics and Podiatry for muscle, joint, and bone care for the entire family. Whether for ankle or foot, hand and wrist, shoulder and elbow, hip and knee, or sports injuries, our specialty-trained doctors can help you get moving. Get the safe, comfortable orthopedic care you deserve right here in Douglas County. It's your move. Call 541-229-2663 or visit centennialorthopodiatry.com today.
Roseburg with a man down still. It looked like they were stretching out maybe some cramps. Hopeful that is the case. It is senior Brayson Parker that is down, and they are evaluating his right leg at the moment. With a break in the action here, Roseburg football here on the score, sponsored by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. And by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. And we want to say thanks to Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. Taking a look at our BTB Moving out-of-town scoreboard update, did get a couple more scores to pass along to you here. South Umpqua and North Valley squaring off down in Tri-City. 17-6 your score at halftime. North Valley in front of South Umpqua. Again, at halftime it was 21-14. Klamath Union in front of Sutherland. At halftime, Oakland was leading Toledo 40-0. And a final score from up at Elkton, 6-man football earlier today, 27-26. Days Creek with a win over Elkton here this afternoon. So that is a look around the Umpqua Basin. Coming up tomorrow, you've got Camas Valley hosting Chiloquin, and Glendale on the road at Country Christian. A couple of eight-man football games coming up tomorrow for Camas Valley and Glendale. And I do want to pass along this note. Coming up tomorrow here on The Score, tune in at 8:30 tomorrow morning. We've got an NCAA football special from Westwood 1. It is number 20 Oklahoma State taking on number 23 Kansas State. Coverage starts at 8:30 tomorrow morning here on The Score. So tune in for that. All right, Parker did walk to the sideline a little gingerly, but does make the way to the sideline as we come back to play. Touchdown Thurston right up the middle for the Colts. They will score, and they retake the lead here in the third quarter.
Just a great drive from Thurston, just marching all the way down the field and getting it into the end zone. Killed a lot of clock to retake the lead. Just felt like giving it Roseburg a taste of their own medicine.
They will set up for the PAT. It is Zanato who will try to kick it through. He will put it up and split the uprights. So the kick is good, and it'll be Thurston that strikes first here in the second half with 2:12 to go in the third quarter. The Colts are leading 24-21 here on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in our backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
6 minutes and 10 seconds worn off the clock here in the third quarter by Thurston. You mentioned it. That's a Roseburg-esque type of drive that we saw last week from the Tribe. And Thurston comes out and does it here. They took 17 plays. They go 79 yards, score on a 2-yard run by Ashton Wheeler. And then the kick good by Zanato to make it a 24-21 ball game. Kickoff away from the Colts. It's going to go to Stedman at the 4. He will work, tries to cut it back to his right, gets free, gets around the edge. He's out in open space. He's got some good territory on a nice return, and the Tribe will set out near midfield. A great return, and actually, Paxton Burke on the return on that one. It had been Stedman back there for a little while. Burke back there to return, and Paxton takes it out. They'll spot him out at the 43-yard line, and Roseburg about half the field to try and cover here after a great return to set him up.
You got the momentum on that return. Now you got to have a big drive here. You didn't get the drive you wanted thanks to a penalty to start this half, and now you have an opportunity here to come down, kill some clock, and retake the lead.
2:03 to go in the first half. Roseburg running the football. Shocker there. They go over the right side. This time it is Landon Simpson on the carry. The senior, short yardage. Gets it out to the 45 is where they'll spot him as he picks up 2.
Just the second carry for him, and 8 yards on 2 carries after that 2-yard pickup. Got to think that, though, this drive is huge for this team and just the optics of this game.
Second down and 8. Ball on the right hash mark. St. Clair and Stedman spread out wide left side of the formation. Austin and Burwell are the backs, the slots to either side of the line, and now Kimball looks to the sideline as they look to audible. Clock ticking down to 1:15 to go here in the third quarter. Kimball hollering out to the receivers on the far side. Clock still time on the play clock. Looking to pass, going to toss it out that way for St. Clair, but there's nobody there to help block, and a penalty flag does come out. They're going to stop the clock. It was McLean Stedman was the only guy out there trying to help block, and there were too many white jerseys out there, but I mean, it didn't seem as if he was engaged enough to even try to hold anybody to get called for a hold here, but it looks like he might.
Yeah, I think it's going to go on him. It was a good scheme defensively for Thurston. They baited Roseburg into that. I don't think that was the initial read that they were going to go with, or at least the play that they were going to go with, and then they lined up, and it was just one man out with two wide receivers on the far side, and they just kind of baited them into that. You could see the linebacker for Thurston directing the defense, and this is a long discussion for the referees here.
Yeah, the flag is out from the far sideline, and the crew is out in the middle of the field discussing here. If they accept a penalty and it's against Roseburg, it could back them up to make it 2nd down and 13 or more, depending on where they count it off and how long the penalty is, depending on what the call is here. 1:01 to go here in the third quarter. Roseburg trailing by 3 against the Colts. Tonight's game sponsored by Flyaway Travel. Contact the travel experts at Travel Leader Flyaway Travel and make sure that you have an agent in your corner. Call them at 541-672-5701. So the crew sorting it all out here. And it is against Roseburg. An illegal man downfield might have been the call there. Now they are walking it off from the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
So a 5-yard penalty.
And it's a loss of down, too.
Okay, well. Ball goes back to the 40-yard line. So, I guess the crew now explaining to Coach Matt Watson exactly everything here. A legal man down, they tapped the shoulders. Legal man downfield is what I thought that. Loss of downs, though, is what surprises me.
It's a long discussion.
Yeah, they're
Watson, too.
Talking to Watson here and explaining it. And look, I've been covering football for a long time. I watch the sport, I've seen a lot of it. There's a lot of nuances to the rules, so I commend our boys in the stripes down there for interpreting the rule book and applying it to our game. It's definitely not a job I would be great at. I can't memorize stuff like that. I would be terrible at trying to remember what does what.
I don't know. I think you could do it. With enough practice, I think you could do it.
Probably. I'd spend a lot of time remembering, studying my rule book, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So it is going to be 3rd down after all is said and done here. 3rd down and 13 for Roseburg. They wind the clock. We're under 60 seconds to go in the third quarter. The Tribe facing a little bit of adversity here. Ball on the right hash mark. Thurston looks like they might be sending some pressure. Looking to pass. Kimball lobs down the field. They've got St. Clair down there. And did he haul it in time? And they will say a catch into Thurston territory. Dane St. Clair with a great adjustment on the sideline. 1st down, Roseburg.
Huge pickup of 28 yards right there. And able to just lob it deep and let St. Clair go up and get it. And that's exactly what he does to pick up the 1st down.
Well, that breathes new life into this drive for Roseburg. 43 seconds to go in the third quarter. They trail by 3, but they're into Thurston territory. Roseburg will audible after the pre-snap motion. Stedman, the target on the right side of the setup here. Handed off. Keeper for Kimball. Gets around the outside edge. He's got some space. Will be run out of bounds at the 25, breaking free for a 7-yard carry. And Corey Kimball moves Roseburg to 2nd and 3.
Big pickup right there. I mean, felt like you were behind the sticks, 3rd down, and then all of a sudden you get a 28-yard pass completion. They pick up a 7 on the ground, and the offense is moving again.
Roseburg back to the line. Clock stopped with the play out of bounds. Trailing Thurston by 3. Credit to Thurston. They jumped early in this game defensively, but they've been able to stay put and not jump on the hard count as Roseburg will reset. And it is Simpson on the carry. And a 2-point takedown against him. Coming in, making the stop, Caleb Jones. Simpson was close to the 1st down marker, got pushed back a little bit. Forward progress looked pretty close. They put it between the 22 and the 23. It is inches away from a first down.
I didn't think that was a good spot. I thought he got closer to the line to gain, but apparently not. And that's probably going to be the last play of the quarter.
Picked up 2. Roseburg will go to the line with 6 seconds to go. Here in the third quarter, they will sneak it before the quarter comes to an end, and they might have caught Thurston napping as the Colts not ready, and the quarterback keeper for Kimball takes him into the red zone, down to the 18-yard line. Roseburg will have the football when we come back with the fourth quarter. 1 minute timeout here on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you. Just ask your neighbor. Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Strap in, folks. Second quarter was big after a slow first quarter. Third quarter a little slow. Here comes the fourth quarter. Roseburg facing first down and 10 in Thurston territory at the 18-yard line, trailing by 3, trying to upset number 5 Thurston here at home tonight. Start the fourth quarter. Burwell moves in motion. They reset as they audible after seeing what Thurston shows on the pre-snap motion. Along with Knight Uretzky, I'm Joey Kieran, bringing you Roseburg football tonight here on the score. They go with the dive. It's a keeper for Kimball. He broke free, stumbles into the secondary as he torpedoed into the gut of one of the defensive backs. He picks up really good yardage on first down inside the 10. They spot him at the 9-yard line on the first down carry. 9 yards for Corey Kimball.
Huge pickup on first down, making something out of nothing. And, man, he's been the bell cow today. That's his 13th carry.
Roseburg looking to try and eat some time on the clock, but also looking to find the end zone here. They will go on the play. It's Kimball trying to throw. He got caught in the backfield, nowhere to go. And that is the wrong way for the Tribe.
That's just such a backbreaker. It's 2nd and 2. You need to go up the middle, and Kimball's trying to keep it himself and break it to the outside and lost significant yardage.
Lost everything he gained on first down. Back to the 18 on the sack. Was it a design run? I didn't catch it.
It was a fake.
Okay, I thought it looked like he was maybe looking to try and pass on that one. I wasn't sure there. Yeah, I think he was trying to pass after the play action. He'll set up under center, 3rd down and 10. Move Burwell in motion. Linebackers coming up and showing at the line. Kimball checks to the sideline. It is Reitman in the backfield behind him. Under center, Burwell again in motion, and again, no snap by the Indians. They were looking to try and draw Thurston off sides. They cannot get the call, and Roseburg will have to burn a timeout. With 10:21 to go here in the fourth quarter, Roseburg uses its first timeout of the second half. They're just trying to get some extra free yardage out of it on the penalty there, but couldn't get him to jump like they did earlier. On the timeout, let's go ahead and get in a 30-second timeout here on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
In today's big box store, how-to YouTube video world, it is hard to do it yourself. If you're fixing your fence or putting in a new one, the only place to start is Quality Fence. We stock almost anything you need and take the time to show you how to really do it yourself. Visit the Quality Fence showroom in Roseburg and get great fencing ideas at QualityFenceCo.com.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Likely a couple of big plays coming up here for Roseburg on their hopes of trying to upset the Thurston Colts. Tonight's game brought to you by Chuck Swarm and Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? 10:21 to go in the fourth quarter. Roseburg trailing 24-21 against Thurston. The Colts scoring here in the second half to retake the lead. We're in the fourth quarter. Now Roseburg facing third down and a long 9. Burwell will move in motion again, and Roseburg again checks the sideline. They have continued to try and see if they can read what this defense is doing. It's Thurston right at the line of scrimmage here. Kimball goes under center. Move Austin in motion. It is a keeper for Kimball, but he lost his footing, spins around, has a defender jump on his back, and Kimball goes down inside the 15. I think they'll give him the 13. It'll be fourth down for the Indians, and they've got about 6 yards to go here.
This is interesting. I mean, you haven't seen the kicker out there. Likely you'd want to take a chance at a field goal. I think they're going to take a chance.
They spot him at the 13-yard line, so there's a pickup of about 4 on that carry for Kimball. And they are going to set up Jacob Michael, middle of the field here, for a 30-yard attempt. The right-footed kicker. Spot is down, the kick away. It looks good, it is! And we got a tie ball game here on the 30-yard field goal from Jacob Michael to tie us up. What faith? We did not see Michael make one from beyond 26 yards last year, and this year he gets a 30-yard field goal in a huge moment to tie this ball game up at 24-all. Nice job by the right-footed senior, and the Indians are all squared up with the Thurston Colts. What a ball game we're getting here tonight.
No kidding. This has certainly lived up to the hype.
That puts 9:23 to go in the contest here, and Thurston getting the football on the ensuing kickoff. Roseburg's defense is going to have to find a way to slow down what was a methodical Thurston offense the last time they had the football. Roseburg football here on The Score, brought to you by Dr. Alanson Randall, Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Visit drrandall.com or call him at 541-378-6694. Live video coverage of tonight's game is brought to you by the Cow Creek Tribe. Find us at 541radio.com. And on our YouTube channel, 1490 The Score. Hit that subscribe button, and that way you'll get notifications every time we go live with another broadcast here on The Score. Michael, after the 30-yard field goal, kicks it away. Angled towards the sideline, takes a high hop and down to the 5-yard line, returning all the way back to the middle of the field. Tripped up at the 10-yard line, falling forward. Tristan Collins cannot escape. The senior averaging 19.6 yards per carry this season coming into the game. And this time he tried to get to where the wall was setting up, but it was a long way to go with that kickoff by Michael and didn't allow enough time for his kick coverage team had too much time to try and block, and the Roseburg breaks through.
Yeah, it was a really great play from Paxton Burke. I was really surprised he took that kickoff. It looked like he was maybe going to head out of bounds or even just go to the end zone, probably get good field position. Instead, he takes it out, and now they're backed up at their own 12-yard line.
9:17 to go in this one. Tie ball game, Thurston and Roseburg. The Colts trying to stay undefeated. In shotgun is Blair. He's got Weiler to his left. Weiler will get it on the handoff, but meeting him in the hole right there is Luke Robbins. The transfer from Douglas played here as a freshman. He's back for his senior year, and Robbins comes up with a huge stop on first down.
Yeah, and Weiler's down holding his knee. You hope this isn't a big injury, but he seems to be in a lot of pain right now.
And even if he's just slightly dinged up and either out for a bit or slowed up some, that could be huge. That bad. He has had a big night running the football, toting it a lot for the Colts.
17 carries, 93 yards for Weiler. He also has a reception for 2 receptions, I should say, for 32 yards. He's been a catalyst for this offense for Thurston.
They are inspecting his right knee. His helmet is off. We will take a quick timeout for the injury. 30 seconds. We'll be back here at 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
It was a tackle for loss of a yard for Luke Robbins on the first down play, dropping Ashton Weiler for a 1-yard loss to the 11-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 11 for the Colts when play resumes, but Weiler is up off the turf. He's been slow. He's going to get a round of applause from everybody here in attendance tonight. Great sportsmanship from both sides. But Weiler looks like he's going to need some help getting off the field, and you just hate to see that for a young man who's having a big night and a big season. Had come in with 4 touchdowns, over 230 yards on the ground. Had a receiving touchdown as well, coming off of a big 135-yard game last week. Having a good one again here tonight. And with some support from his coaches, that senior will make his way to the sideline. Hopefully he'll have an opportunity to get back at some point, whether tonight or in the future, for the Thurston Colts. He's now walking underneath his own power, so that's a good sign. He seems to be all right. They have one of the coaches is holding his helmet, so we'll see what they do with Ashton Weiler. He's been a big part of the offense for the Colts. We'll keep an eye on that one for you going forward. Do have a final score from Oakland. The Oakland Oakers, a running clock in the second half, win it 48-6 against Toledo to stay perfect on the year. And Sutherland has taken a lead in the fourth quarter, 35-28, on top of Klamath Union. 2nd down and 11. They will hand it off to Cruz Gray, who's going to bounce it out. And look at this. He comes in and provides the spark plug that the Colts needed. Runs for a first down out to the 25. Dang, after first down, it looked good for Roseburg to drop him back. And then Cruz Gray comes in and busts one loose for a big gain.
A little bit of change of speed right there, and I think that everybody on the Roseburg defense wasn't really ready for that. He just came in, burst through a hole, and took off and got the first down.
1st and 10 from the Thurston 25. Blair looking to pass. Going to go with the short route, the flat route from right to left across the offense, out of the reach of David McDonald. He was marked by Tyler Reitman, but he had the edge, and if that ball drops into his hands, there's a lot of green space out there.
Feels like there's been a few of those passes for Blair today where he's just missed barely, and maybe that's, again, just him working back from that injury, missing some time, working on trying to get back in rhythm with his wide receivers.
2nd down and 10 for the Colts. They will hand it off to Gray. Tries to squeeze his way through, but Caden Luther is there trying to wrestle away. Luther will pull him down, and Caden Luther, Luke Robbins combine on the tackle. Short gain to make it 3rd down and long for the Colts.
Now you have an opportunity here to get off the field defensively. Clock's ticking. You get the ball back offensively. Who knows? You might be able to do something, drain the clock, and win the game. I keep saying I feel like a broken record, but it feels like every drive is a big drive for this Roseburg team.
3rd down and 8 after the 2-yard pickup. Looking to pass is Blair. He's flushed, steps up, has a man wide open. It's Dreiling, and he's got the sideline going low. It is Byron Irvin that'll make the tackle. And so pushing and shoving at the end of it, and there is a penalty flag back in the backfield. Dreiling was wide open, but this could be negated. It's a holding penalty against Thurston, and this one's coming back after they converted and moved out near midfield. That would have been a huge conversion, but now they're going to be facing 3rd down and long.
They're facing 3rd and very long right now, and whew, oh my gosh, what a break for Roseburg.
There have not been a lot of penalties in this game, but the ones that have been called have been kind of big.
They feel like they've all been extremely costly.
It's been a fairly clean game for the most part, but just, those penalties have come at very inopportune times for both teams. The football goes back to the 17-yard line, a loss of 10. It is 3rd down and 18. Blair gets it. Looking to pass. They've got some protection staying in. He's going to whip it downfield, and it's knocked away. Noah Nelson, he has been lights out as a defensive back this season. Yet another pass breakup for him. He had one last week. He leads the team in that category, and he comes up with a huge one on that play to make it 4th down and 18, and here comes the punt unit.
I think that was actually McLean Stedman, number 3, who had gone in and just swatted the ball out. An incredible play, though, by Stedman, and what a stand for this defense here on 3rd down and 18. Holding strong at the sticks and forcing a punt, and now you're going to get great field position with Thurston punting it from their own 18.
You're right. Nelson was on the other side of the field. The 3 and 7s keep looking close here. Got to watch the snap. It takes the kicker back to the goal line. Kick away from Zanato. Good punt, but it does take a slightly Roseburg bounce as it goes parallel to the 50. Out there trying to push the ball, wave it forward was Caleb Jones. And Roseburg's going to get the ball in Thurston territory, scanning to make sure. Is there a penalty flag out somewhere? I don't see. There is on the near sideline here. Wait to see what this call is. False start on the offense. And they're going to make them re-kick.
Whew.
Wow.
Just got 4th and even further.
Well, and the punt from Zanato was from the goal line. Now he likely is punting from the end zone. The ball was spotted out at the 48-yard line. So Roseburg was going to have it in Thurston territory. Nope, they're going to wipe it off. So it is Roseburg football. Surprising.
I mean, you have great field position. You have the ball in Thurston territory already.
Roseburg will have it with 7:40 to go here in this one. Last time they had, last week, Roseburg got the football with 8 minutes and 23 seconds to go in the ballgame against Crater. Now they had a lead and a comfortable lead, but they used all 8 minutes and 23 seconds off the clock to seal that win. Can they get a long drive here that ends in points to try and win it against Thurston? Stedman spread to the left side. St. Clair tied to the line on the right side of the formation. The deep back is Reitman. Give it to him. He's going to stretch it to the sideline, and he will stay in bounds. He wants to use the clock. He didn't go out of bounds. What a smart play from the senior, and the clock continues to run after a nice gain on 1st down.
That was incredible. Just the balance. I mean, he tight-roped. That was insane.
He takes it to the 42, a pickup of 6. And it just, I was worried, don't stay in bounds. You might get the ball stripped out of your hands, but he keeps the clock running, which works in Roseburg's favor at the moment. Down to about 7 minutes to play. Kimball under center. Burwell moves in motion. They give it to Reitman up the middle. Just a physical back. He won't go down. And he gets to the 40. He'll be a yard shy of 1st down, and it is going to be big here. 3rd down and a yard. What can Roseburg do? Ooh, actually, that is a very beneficial spot. It's about
to the
half
39.
a yard.
Yeah, so he's going to be close here on 3rd and about 1.
Under center is Kimball. We've seen him sneak in this situation, and Reitman behind him has been a big push, and they're just easy. That big offensive line from Roseburg cleared 3 yards before the defense was even really up out of their stance, and Roseburg gets a fresh set of downs. And now a man down. And that might be Kimball. That is Roseburg quarterback Corey Kimball down on the ground, and that is unfortunate for the Tribe. Luke Robbins is the backup, the transfer from Douglas, starting QB last year for the Trojans. So he's got the experience as a starting quarterback, but he has not been the starter for Roseburg this year. Kimball is up. Hopefully just the wind maybe knocked out of him. He's grabbing his right shoulder, and he will make his way to the sideline.
It's looking like his collarbone.
Let's hope nothing significant there, but he'll make his way to the sideline after he picked up the first down to the 37. Got 2 on it. And will make it first down and 10 for the Tribe as Kimball to the sideline. They are inspecting him on the sideline underneath his pads right now. Centennial Orthopedic helping out with our athletic trainer, Lindsey Cockerham. Appreciate all that they do for the team. Under center, turn, handed going left side. Reitman slipping 1 tackle, spins forward. I think that Roseburg would use Tyler Reitman as a running back regularly if they didn't want to just let him focus on defense as an outstanding linebacker. He is such a hard runner, and we've seen that through the years for him, but I think they want him to specialize on the defense because he's so good there, but he continues to get some good carry and good work here in the second half of this ball game.
I agree, and I think they're just trying to save his reps. I mean, it's a lot to play both sides of the ball. It's an exhausting task, especially if you're so excellent at running all over the field both ways.
He picks up about 4 on that one to the 33. Robbins turns, gives, a keeper. He'll go over the left side. He got to about the 30, and it'll be third down and about 2 to go for the Indians. The clock continues to run down to 5:20 here in this fourth quarter. Roseburg with the football, still getting checked out on the sideline, and it does not look positive for Corey Kimball here. He tried to go through a throwing motion, and he is just in some pain. That is just brutal to see for the junior quarterback who has been so good this season, and they're taking him to the trainer's table. Robbins under center on third down and short, and nobody there. They get, oh no. And this is where the inexperience of the backup quarterback comes out. The runner down, Burwell had it, but he gets dropped back to the 37-yard line. A loss of 7 on the miscommunication on the play there for the Indians. And it looks like the punt unit is coming out here.
And this is what you have to do. I mean, it sucks. It's 4th and 10. You're in Thurston territory, but you got to punt the ball in this situation. You can't give the Colts that good a field position.
So the punter, Jacob Michael, will come on out to the field. He'll be at the Thurston 47-yard line where he is ready to punt. That's not a great snap. The kick away, and Roseburg's going to jump on it thinking maybe it was just a loose football. It'll get down at about the 33-yard line, and things were looking very positive for Roseburg. And just like that, things have turned towards the Thurston sideline.
Such a tough circumstance, especially losing Corey Kimball right there on that drive.
So the punt away. Roseburg will give the ball back over to Thurston with 3:56 to go in the ball game. Colts with it. They will have the football at their own 33-yard line. It's Noah Blair in shotgun. Turn, hands it, going up the middle. It's Cruz Gray trying to slip out. He is tracked down by Tyler Reitman. And Gray on the first down carry will move the ball out to the 40-yard line. He picks up 7 as he fills in for the injured Ashton Weiler, who came out of the game on the last drive for Thurston. Clock runs down to 3:35 to go here. The Thurston Colts trying to stay undefeated on the year. Roseburg trying to hand them their first loss, and Roseburg trying to get some positive momentum. Pass out into the flats. Tackle immediately by McLean Stedman. The junior is having a nice day, but that is a decent pickup. It'll be for a first down for the Colts. The pass went out into the flats for Peyton Ferreira, and he gets the football out to the 43-yard line. Picks up just 3 yards, but it is good for a first down. And that'll make it 1st and 10 for the Colts out at their own 43-yard line. Handed off And that might be Weiler back into the game after getting dinged up and taking some time to get off the field. He is back out there. Good to see for that young man. He does not gain much on first down. He'll make it 2nd and 9, and Weiler's heading to the sideline as they will bring in Justin Fisher, who will be in the backfield. The carry went to the 44, a pickup of 1 for Weiler. Well, this one a tight moment. Tie ball game, 24-all with 2:18 to go in the contest. Blair looking to pass, has some time, steps up in the pocket, and he throws wide of his intended target, Riley Fox. Incomplete, stops the clock with 2:12 to go. And it will be 3rd down and 9. Knight Ureski has made his way down to the sideline. Knight, first I want to know, how packed are the stands for this one here tonight?
Man, it is so packed right now. It is incredible to look at this crowd. It is loud down here. That was my first impression. I got down, I was walking down the stairs, and I was like, wow, it is loud right now.
Well, it is now 3rd down and 9 for the Colts, looking to convert and keep their drive going. They set up the screen perfectly. It's caught across midfield, tackled, but first down for Thurston into Roseburg territory. A catch made for Justin Fisher out of the backfield. They set it up to him, and he moves the chains out to the Roseburg 43-yard line. Nice pass play there. A pickup of 23 through the air. And a false start, though, now called against Thurston.
And Joey just looking at the sideline right now. You can see Matt Watson. He has the iPad in his hand, and he's directing something to his defensive coordinator, and he's just relaying it to the defense right now. It feels like they're really scrambling here defensively, trying to get one last stand here.
1st down and 15. Also on the sideline is Corey Kimball with his pads off and ice on the shoulder. Handed off, running up the middle, weaving through traffic. Penalty flag is out as Cruz Gray into the game. Running upright, gets taken down. Made up most of the penalty yardage, but this one likely coming back here once again. We'll see what they call. It's a holding on the offense as kind of expected. They will count it off from where the ball was at the line of scrimmage. And Roseburg will bring in an extra defensive back, Caden Austin, into the game. As now Thurston back on their own half of the field. We talked about penalties tonight. They've just seemed to be backbreakers when they happen. They haven't happened often, but they have been backbreakers when they do. Back to the Thurston 42-yard line. They've got to get it to the Roseburg 33. Looking to pass. Blair has some time. Going to go way downfield. Down there. It is caught by McDonald. He dropped it in the bucket, and McDonald takes it inside the 10.
That was insane.
McLean Stedman was right there in coverage. Actually, that might have been Noah Nelson right there in coverage. And he just was a half step behind the ball. Gets spotted at the 9-yard line. And that is a pickup of 49 through the air to McDonald. Second catch of the night for him. Running with Gray, goes up the middle. He's got to the goal line. He's in. Touchdown Thurston, and the Colts not to be denied. After the 49-yard pass completion downfield to David McDonald, the Colts run it in with Cruz Gray. He strikes from 9 yards out to put the Colts on top with 1:03 to go here in the contest.
Just a gritty run, and you're seeing Tyler Reitman just kind of limp off a little bit, too. He seems to be a little bit shaken up. It seemed like he was grabbing his left ankle, maybe kind of that calf region, maybe a little bit of a cramp, but that's something to note as well down here.
50 yards on the night for Cruz Gray with that touchdown run. PAT, Roseburg got a jump. Paxton Burke trying to time it off the edge. Will get there too early. And so that'll be a penalty against Roseburg, and we'll see, does that maybe change the mindset here for Justin Stark and the Thurston offense?
And Burke's been wanting that all game long.
He's been close. With that 49-yard completion for Noah Blair, he is at 231 yards on the night. We'll go with the extra point once again here for Zanato. The right-footed kicker. The holder is Ferreira. Snap. Placement down. Kick is away and good. And so the Thurston Colts will lead this one 31-24 with 63 seconds to play in regulation. We'll come back after a 30-second timeout on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Well, with their starting quarterback Corey Kimball on the sideline, a shoulder injury here tonight, the Roseburg Indians will look to Luke Robbins to try and see if he can lead them down the field in 63 seconds to try and see if the Indians can tie this one up in regulation. It's been a heck of a battle here tonight. The Roseburg boys, I think, maybe proven a little bit of something here tonight, but they wanted more than just a moral victory. They have the chance at a victory here tonight against Thurston, and they are hoping they have not let it slip through their grasp. Kickoff coming here from Zanato. It'll be a little toe punt. It'll be taken by Amos Bowers, who will try to get some good field position. He takes it past the 30, out to the 33-yard line. And Roseburg, not bad field position to start off this drive. Thurston started at their own 33 when they had the ball last. We'll see if the Indians have something special to finish out regulation here in the fourth quarter. 1:01 to go. Tonight's ball game has been sponsored by Neal Company Real Estate. Check out Neal Company Real Estate at nealco.com for the latest listings around Douglas County. Their agents can help you score the home of your dreams. So it is senior Luke Robbins who takes over. He's been the backup quarterback, transfer back from Douglas here to Roseburg this season, mainly been playing defense. He will turn, hand it off, up the middle, goes Reitman for a gain out to the 37. And Roseburg's just got to be careful. They don't have a lot of time, and 4 yards at a chunk is not going to do it. Reitman, timeout taken, and Roseburg let a lot of time off the clock on that one. They had they had 2 timeouts left to go here in this one. They take one of those 2 and have 1 timeout left to go.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of frustration right now on the sideline.
It's just, it hurts to not a knock on Luke Robbins. It was a starting quarterback in the area last season at Douglas. But it's just hard to change horses midstream. It's just Luke has been focused on defense all game long, and now suddenly has to try and lead the offense for a game-tying touchdown in the final minute. And it's a lot to put on a young man's shoulder late in the game when he just hasn't had the chances to do it. Tonight's game sponsored by Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call them at 541-459-1545. Roseburg out at the 37-yard line. They've got 63 yards to try and cover. And Thurston is playing protect the prevent defense. 4-man front for the Colts. Austin moves in motion. They'll pitch it to him. He's looking to throw. Going to go downfield. Has a man down that direction. It goes through the hands of Dane St. Clair. He made the adjustment to try and get there and could not. Penalty flag down in the backfield. Caden Austin might have gotten hit at the end of that one. Knight, did you see anything at the end of that play?
To be honest, I was looking where the ball was going. I think that you were probably doing the same thing. But, yeah, it does look like he's stumbling a little bit from behind. Really great play design, though. It looked like they might have had a shot on that far sideline. Good defense, though, from Thurston as well.
They had St. Clair down there. He did have 2 defenders, but he was able to step into the right spot to possibly have an opportunity to snag that ball out of the air. Just went right through his hands. Here comes the call. It is a personal foul, roughing the passer penalty against Thurston. And Roseburg will get some help here on the call from the officials. Thurston's penalty will count off 15 yards, stops the clock with 36.2 seconds to play. The ball will be into Thurston territory at the 48. So Roseburg into Colts territory. 48 yards to go to try and tie this one up. They'll spread St. Clair to the right side, Stedman to the left side. Burwell and Austin out there with Reitman in the backfield. Under center, Robbins, the backup QB, looking to pass. Goes on a quick slant route, but it's low to Stedman. And incomplete with 33.1 to go. And just so quick to the football is Thurston. If that had been caught by Stedman, there were 2 guys right there on top of him. Stick around. We've got the postgame show coming up. When we wrap things up here out on the field, Knight Ureski will have a chance to catch up with head coach Matt Watson with our Bowers Industrial postgame report, our postgame interview with head coach Matt Watson. 33.1 seconds. Noah Nelson to the left side now. St. Clair out to the right side. Looking to pass. Going to go deep down the left side of the field. That ball knocked away. And Thurston is just, they know what's coming, and they've been able to get back there and just be prepared for it.
It's been really hard just watching. I mean, Luke Robbins, it feels like he's been heading to the sideline each time just to try to get the play call from Coach Watson. And it's just kind of one of those things that, like, as a backup quarterback, you don't really have the reps of going and getting the play call from the huddle. It's been more one-on-one, just kind of directing each other. And you can see the conversation kind of just happening right now. And I think that this has just been such a tough adjustment late in this game for this Roseburg squad.
27.4 seconds to go in the contest. Roseburg facing 3rd down and 10. And the Thurston Colts trying to survive the road trip to Roseburg. Last time they were here was 2014. 10 years ago, they lost to Roseburg here at home. Last time the 2 teams met in Roseburg. Pass coming away. Got it to Burwell. He gets tackled immediately. Picked up maybe a couple of yards to the 46, but the clock continues to run, and Roseburg's got to call the timeout with 15.5 seconds to go.
And I can just see Corey Kimball on the sideline right now. I mean, he really wants to be out there. It seems like he's icing his shoulder, collarbone area right now, but it's just killing him right now on the sideline not to be out there with his team.
Well, hopefully he is able to heal up prior to next week when Roseburg will play on the road at North Eugene on a Thursday night, by the way, just so everybody is aware. We'll talk more about that coming up in the postgame show. Roseburg next week, a Thursday night in Eugene. Kind of works out well for Oregon Duck fans. You can get your high school football on a Thursday night, and then Oregon plays on Friday night next week. 15.5 seconds to go here. It's 4th down. Roseburg needs 8 yards to keep the drive going, but more importantly, they need 46 yards to try and keep this game within reach. They are down by 7. Such a great game played here tonight. Luke Robbins, miscommunication, pitches it to Stedman, and this game is going to come to an end as the offensive miscommunication. McLean Stedman wrapped up back in the backfield to the 39-yard line, and Roseburg will turn it over on downs. There is a penalty flag out. Could be excessive celebration maybe at the end of that. The Indians are good. This is going to sting if this flag doesn't help out Roseburg here in this one. The offense looks like it's heading to the sideline. It's going to sting tonight. They had their chance in this one, but definitely the fact that there was that injury late in this ball game really is just brutal. It will be an unsportsmanlike penalty against against Thurston, but it doesn't negate the turnover on down for the Tribe. And with 9.1 to go, Thurston will have the football The spot was at the 39, so they will walk it off from there. On the Thurston penalty. Oh, what a heartbreaker here tonight for the Roseburg Indians. The football will be placed at the Thurston 46-yard line. All they got to do is take a knee to finish this one out.
And the reaction on the sidelines, the same feeling. I mean, just players getting down to their knees, just putting their hands on their head. It's just a disappointing feeling. It was so close, and I mean, it really sucks that a few plays changed this game.
There is the kneel down by Noah Blair, and Thurston can celebrate their conference winning streak. Their league winning streak continues. 40 consecutive games. The last time Thurston lost a football game was 2017. Lost a football game in league play was back in 2017. And the Thurston Colts will continue that streak to 40 consecutive games after a bit of a scare here from Roseburg. The Colts hang on. A brutal one tonight, 31-24, your final score. The Colts win on the road in Roseburg, and we will have the postgame show coming up. We'll take our 2-minute timeout, or we'll take our timeout here for the postgame show, and when we come back, we'll hopefully get a chance to catch up with head coach Matt Watson for our Bowers Industrial postgame interview. Don't go anywhere, folks. There's plenty to talk about on this one tonight here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM at 1490 AM.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Whether it's across town or across the state, moving is always a chore. So let BTB Moving help with your next move. BTB Moving is a labor-only company offering statewide services such as packing and unpacking, loading and unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. BTB Moving is an affordable veteran-owned company here to help with your next move. Call 541-315-0122 or find BTB Moving on Facebook. That's BTB Moving for all your moving needs.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
I'm confused by the huge market swings.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Whether it's across town or across the state, moving is always a chore. So let BTB Moving help with your next move. BTB Moving is a labor-only company offering statewide services such as packing and unpacking, loading and unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. BTB Moving is an affordable veteran-owned company here to help with your next move. Call 541-315-0122 or find BTB Moving on Facebook. That's BTB Moving for all your moving needs.
I've always handled my own finances, but I need help.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
It is a heartbreaker here tonight for the Roseburg Indians as they fall to the Thurston Colts this evening. Let's head down to the field where Head coach Matt Watson has graciously given us some time here in the postgame on one that I'm sure stings. Knight Ureski down there with our Bowers Industrial postgame interview. Knight?
Coach, obviously a gritty game here today. You guys found yourself down 10-0, worked your way back into this one. Just what does that say about your team and the grit that you guys have?
These are the hardest working boys that I've ever been around. They are the toughest people that I've ever been around. And I know that this game, I know it hurts and I know it stings, but I'll tell you what, the excitement is going to be that we know that this fuels them. And we saw what happened after that Churchill loss, and that was a much bigger loss. This being much closer. These, like I said, they're the toughest kids that I know, and I know that this feeling, it ain't going to last long. We're going to get back after it next week, and real proud of what our boys were able to do tonight.
Corey Kimball, 3 touchdowns for him. What's his status, and just what does he mean to this offense?
He's so tough. He's a tough guy, and he's itching to get right back out there. And so, a nice weekend of rest is going to be good for him. And we got guys behind him that are rearing and ready to go. But we'll see how he feels after a nice relaxing weekend of watching film and seeing what we can do to be better.
I saw you on the sideline. You had the iPad in your hand. How much of that goes into your game plan and just coaching and just adjusting on the fly?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I think it's super helpful to be able to make adjustments. We're fortunate enough to be able to have it. But and our kids love it as well. And they see them do it on Saturdays, and it's just really nice for us to be able to make adjustments, be able to tell kids what we're seeing on film, immediate feedback, and that's been great.
You guys did a pretty good job defensively, had the interception. You also had a big-time play on special teams. Just overall, what were your feelings about the defense today and how they handled this dynamic Thurston offense?
Man, I think Thurston made a couple of big plays, but our defense, they kept us in the game. And there's just a couple of possessions that we left on the field that we've got to punch in, that we have to finish. And that's going to be our message moving forward is we've got to finish. We've got to finish drives. We've got to keep getting first downs because our defense, they're working their tails off. They're so tough.
Lastly, you have a short week coming up, a game on a Thursday. How does that affect the schedule of the team?
Yeah, it's something new for me, playing a varsity game on a Thursday. But we're going to get to what we do, and we're going to rep what we do over and over again. And, I'm going to try and see if I can't, in this short week before we take off, I'm going to see if I can't go visit the youth program this week. It was so awesome to see them out onto the field, right, and have them run and be a part of us. Just the excitement that's in the community for football and cheer, and just it was a lot of fun. It feels really special to be a part of something so much bigger than myself, so much bigger than right here, right now. And so the short week we're going to take and go 100 miles an hour and get back after it.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right. Back to you, Joey.
Thank you, Knight. That is Knight Ureski down on the field with our Bowers Industrial post-game interview. Appreciate Coach Watson allowing us the time here in the post-game to talk to him and hear his thoughts on tonight's game. Just a brutal one here tonight. So tough to lose, but it's that age-old question. You want to get blown out and just know you lost, or do you want to lose one in a heartbreaker at the very end where it just stings so bad? And I think you want to be in the game. You don't necessarily, but man, it is just so hard to take a loss like that one here tonight. Final score again was 31-24. Let's get in our final break here in the postgame show. We'll come back. We'll look at some numbers for you, and we will get an opportunity to get some stats and take a look at our BTB Moving out-of-town scoreboard update for you here in just a moment. Back after this quick break on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
Whether it's across town or across the state, moving is always a chore. So let BTB Moving help with your next move. BTB Moving is a labor-only company offering statewide services such as packing and unpacking, loading and unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. BTB Moving is an affordable veteran-owned company here to help with your next move. Call 541-315-0122 or find BTB Moving on Facebook. That's BTB Moving for all your moving needs.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
Whether it's across town or across the state, moving is always a chore. So let BTB.
Back here at Finlay Field for tonight's postgame show. I want to say thanks again to head coach Matt Watson for time in the postgame for our Bowers Industrial postgame interview. Well, as we wrap it up here tonight, taking a look at the final score again, 31-24, a heck of a ball game. Second half, well, it was not a lot of offense for both sides, but just enough for the Thurston Colts. Roseburg got a field goal to start out the fourth after Thurston scores a touchdown on a run by Ashton Wheeler to take a 24-21 lead. Roseburg tied it up on a field goal to start the fourth quarter. 30-yarder from Jacob Michael tied us up at 24-all. Roseburg looked like they had a chance. They had the football. They were using some time off the clock with after forcing a punt by Thurston. Roseburg had it driving into Thurston territory, but unfortunately Corey Kimball goes down with an injury as Roseburg was facing a 3rd and short, and they actually, I think it might have been 2nd down. It was a first down carry. That's what it was. He got a first down carry. Luke Robbins has to come in, has not had a lot of experience this season at the quarterback position. He's an experienced quarterback, but just hasn't run this offense this year a lot in a game. And some miscommunication and didn't get the ball in the right spot, just players in the wrong spots, and just going to a backup quarterback in the middle of a very important drive. Didn't work out for Roseburg. They end up turning it over on downs, and that leads to Thurston scoring the go-ahead touchdown to take a 31-24 victory. Tough one there. We'll get some final thoughts here in a moment, taking a look at some of the quick numbers for you here. For Corey Kimball, he goes 4 of 6 through the air for 90 yards. Luke Robbins only completed 1 pass for 2 yards. Leading receiver with 59 yards was Caden Austin, had a 52-yard catch for Roseburg here tonight. On the ground, leading the way was Corey Kimball once again, 15 carries for 67 yards and 3 touchdowns here tonight. Also, you had Tyler Reitman with 5 carries for 21 yards here this evening. On the other side for Thurston, Noah Blair, we weren't sure if he was going to play tonight. He finishes with 231 yards through the air for the Colts. He connected on 1 passing touchdown here this evening and did have 1 interception. On the ground for Thurston tonight, Ashton Weiler He finished with 18 carries, 94 yards, and he had a touchdown in this evening's game. Cruz Gray gets 50 yards on 7 carries and a touchdown tonight. Blair had 26 yards total on 5 carries here this evening. So also had a defensive or a special teams touchdown on a pump block for Thurston. Both kickers kicking a field goal tonight. 35-yarder for Noah Zanato in the first half. 30-yarder for Jacob Michael for Roseburg in the second half. That is a look at stats here tonight, and we'll have a full recap of that one for you up online at 541radio.com. Well, Knight Ureski back in the booth with us here as we wrap this one up tonight. Roseburg falls to Thurston by 7, and I mean, they wanted the win, obviously. That and first and foremost, let's not get that confused. That was the goal for Roseburg to get the win here tonight.
That certainly was.
They came up and they put everything they had into it. They were right there to win this one tonight.
And again, this is a Thurston team that hasn't lost a league game since 2017.
You know, we heard from folks around the field today that they come in with a swagger.
Yep.
Thurston does, and they've earned that. Look, I'm not going to take that away from them. They've earned it. 7 consecutive league titles, won championships in 2018 and 2019. They've earned it, and they come in with swagger. And even though they're on the road, they knew that they were the favorites to win here tonight. And Roseburg gave them everything they could handle this evening. A lot of positives to take away from it. You obviously need to clean up some things, but you also wonder the future for Corey Kimball after the injury here tonight.
No doubt, and I mean, just what a game it was, and just falling behind 10-0 to come back and make it a game, take the lead at the half, and have a chance in the second half to really break the game open. And I really think that this is a game decided by a couple of plays. There's just a few plays, a few penalties that just didn't fall Roseburg's way. And we can sit here and count our losses. At the end of the day, they lost, but they were just a few plays away, a few penalties away from winning this game, and they give it their all against a very good Thurston Colts team that's number 5 in the state for a reason.
Taking a quick look at our BTB Moving out-of-town scoreboard update here in the postgame. Some finals to pass along to you. Sutherland stays undefeated. They get a 48-35 win on the road against Klamath Union. Oakland 48-12 on top of Toledo. Days Creek beats Elkton in 6-man football earlier today, 27-26. Last score we had reported from South Umpqua, they were leading, or excuse me, North Valley was leading 17-6 in Tri-City against number 8 ranked South Umpqua. So we'll hopefully get a chance to get a final score for you on that one online here soon. In league tonight, Churchill blanks Crater 34-0 in that one. Last we saw, Crescent Valley was leading South Eugene 27-0. Roseburg next week will be at North Eugene for a Thursday night affair. I was happy you asked, Coach, about the short week planning because it's not usual for high school football to play on a Thursday night for the varsity team. So they've got limited time to get ready, try to get healthy, and try to get geared up for a North Eugene team on the road that, hey, look, I'm not going to take anything away from anybody. You got to win games, you got to win, and that'll be one coming up this week for the Roseburg Indians.
No doubt. I really like the coach's response, too, about going and trying to talk to the youth football program and the cheer programs and just kind of get the community bought in because that's what this is all about. I mean, this is Roseburg. I mean, we are a small town for a reason, and I really thought that it was a great response by him, and I really liked that the youth football team came out today. It feels like the community is buying in, and I love that Coach Watson's all about it.
Well, that is going to do it for us here tonight from Finlay Field as we wrap things up here in the post-game show. Want to say thanks to the Cow Creek Tribe, our sponsor of our online video stream of tonight's Roseburg football game. Appreciate that. Appreciate all of our sponsors for chipping in and being a part of what we've got going on here on the airwaves. Again, next week it is a Thursday night game, so put it on your calendars. Don't miss out. If you got work, you got to show up early the next day and you can't make the trip, we've got you covered. We'll be up there at North Eugene to broadcast that game on Thursday night next week. So tune in and join us for that broadcast. 7 o'clock kickoff for that one. Same time, just a different day. And we will have our extended Friday night pregame show. We'll have that on a Thursday night this coming next week. I know it's all confusing, but we got to figure things out on the fly because we've never had a Thursday night football game before. So we'll figure it out there. But we will go early at 6 o'clock with our usual Friday night pregame show.
Move over, NFL.
Yeah, exactly. That does mean we won't have Thursday night football in the NFL on the radio for you. I apologize, but What are you going to do? But Thursday night, 7 o'clock at North Eugene, we will be there to bring you that game coming up next week. Well, it's going to be an interesting week to see how things go from here for the Roseburg boys, but a heck of a battle tonight. They played well. We'll see if they can build off of this momentum. Want to say thanks to the Thurston Colts making the trip down here for a great ball game today, and thanks to head coach Justin Stark for spending time with us and getting us prepared for his team coming here this week. Big thanks to athletic director Adam Blue, head coach Matt Watson, the entire Roseburg football program for putting up with us each and every week and allowing us to bring you another season of Roseburg football here on The Score. Want to say thanks to Knight Ureski for the analysis and helping with the stat keeping here tonight, doing a great job as always in the booth. Thanks to Angela Keyran for phenomenal video work tonight here for us on the video stream. Thanks to Grady Hamilton back in the studio for running the radio production for us tonight, doing a great job as always. And thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for tonight's broadcast, because, of course, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Keyran. We'll do it all again next week. How's that sound? It'll be on a Thursday night. Kickoff at 7 o'clock. Our pregame from the field will start at about 6:45. We hope you join us for Roseburg and North Eugene. You can find it streaming online at 541radio.com or right here on Douglas County's home for sports. The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.